owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I push through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Psst, we bought that action. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we're staying in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got Attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, Attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, pam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left. left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Yo. They just zapped 50.
I want to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at The Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
Yo, it's Benjamin. 101.7 The Truth, live from 3rd Street Avenue at the American Family Insurance and Alcohol. I'm here for that action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
What's going on, Truth Nation? I don't know what Tory says after that. All right, it's your boy, Benjamin. All right, this is Jim with Juice, part 2. Okay, it is myself, Benjamin. We got Carrie Noni Juice in the building. And of course, y'all heard his voice before. And you're going to hear it again. What's going on, DJ Brother Z? There we go. Now, as you guys know, we were just talking and pontificating over abortion. Is it ethical? We really want to know. All right, there's been a series of different investigations on Planned Parenthood. One of the investigations just came back to light today through the New York Post after a lady investigator went around to talk to a bunch of different Planned Parenthood executives. All right, and actually seeing what happens with the baby body parts after the abortion happens. Some of them went to joke around and talk about arms and legs and lungs. And it made us all think to ourselves, if you knew what would happen with the baby afterwards, would you still go through with the abortion? Some callers called in, such as Al, the 69 guy, and went on to go pontificate about, you know what, people should have the right to abortion because ultimately who else is going to raise those kids? Are you guys going to form some programs to raise some kids? Are you guys going to go raise some money to help raise these kids when they are full-grown human beings? Are you going to help them out through that process after knowing the parents don't want them? Or are you just going to get down with the get down and be cool with access to abortion? Call in right now, 833-212-1017. All right, some people are voting for Donald Trump. Other people are voting for Kamala Harris.
I don't think that matters.
Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think that just, saying like, oh, one side this, one side that. What about the people who are kind of in the middle? Like, I don't think it's necessarily about who's running for president and whose stance is what. I think it's just a you thing.
I don't know. I think Donald Trump, his stance on abortion ban versus Kamala Harris, access to abortion, kind of contrasting.
They're very contrasting, but, some people are in the middle.
I'm in the middle. That's why I don't know who to vote for.
That's what you say.
833-212-1017.
All right, we got Miss Rose on the line. What's popping, Juicy Jammer? Miss Rose?
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, I'm here. Okay, I'd like to share this with you real fast. I'm against abortion, but I'm also against the decision of government involvement in an area that should be the responsibility of the individual and their religion or whatever entity they believe in. It is not the people of legislation should not be involved. The church and state should be completely separate. Morals that are based on religion or whatever entity, and the human rights of every individual's right to their own body's decision of their body. If so-called Christians were really believers of life, then they should be available in areas of their life and therefore working with the persons involved who believe they don't have anybody they can turn to, so their only alternative is to get rid of life, which is an extension of a family heritage. If the people would stop putting impediments that would make persons not want to continue the birth, that's the person's closest to the female or interest, not the government. This is where the church or any entity to become involved and work with the female who maybe does not want to birth, but family and because of theirs and all other circumstances and variables, they are maybe not wanted, but it's not up to the government, and that should be taken out of the government's hands. Otherwise, it's going against the separation of church and state.
All right.
Thank you so much, Miss Rose, for calling in and pontificating. I like that word, pontificating. Now God took it away from me. you know, pontificating those elaborate thoughts. I appreciate that so much, Miss Rose. Call in 833-212-1017. Is abortion ethical? Do you believe in my body, my choice, or what the government has planned for you for the future?
Ooh, had to on real quick. Okay, we got Lisa on the lines. What is poppin', Juicy Jammer?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So, I'm kind of like in the middle of it of having an abortion and not. I have 6 kids of my own.
Okay.
So none of them I thought about aborting. I have a niece who did have an abortion and regretted it. I think a lot of women find themselves in that predicament. I also believe, as women, it's our bodies, our choice. But then we find ourselves contradicting that because we allow men to come in to our lives and tell us what position we're going to lay in.
That's a bar right there, Lisa. Sheesh.
Right?
I mean, to a certain extent, though, isn't she wanting that same thing? Like, is it being forced upon her, or is she willingly saying, hey, this is what I would like to do as well?
Exactly, right? You let him put you in that position. You now no longer have control of your body because you want to please him. It's a natural reaction for a woman to do that.
I mean, but you know what though, Lisa? Let me ask you this question then, because when it comes down to the idea of abortion, it's more than likely a kid that's unwanted, right? So some people allude to the idea of women being sexually assaulted, and that's why they decide to do abortion. But other times, some women are using it as a contraceptive, a birth control. What's your thoughts on that? Because when you go and say that, you allow a man to put you in the position, sometimes that's consensual, right? Like you wanted it from the back. Right, so we're doing it from the back.
Right, that's one, and that's where I said, like, I'm in the middle of it because I'm not carrying my rapist baby. I'm not carrying my father's baby. I'm not carrying my uncle's baby. I'm not carrying my brother's baby. I'm not carrying my grandfather's baby. That's 100%. But we as women know right off the bat when we're pregnant. We know. If we're sexually active, we need to make sure that we're doing everything we need to do. I'm 100% against taking pills as birth control and all of that, and maybe that's why I have 6 kids, but I've been with my husband for 26 years.
Congratulations!
And I feel the disconnect. I met him when I was 13. I've been with him ever since.
Did y'all start having kids
I'm 42 now. Say that again?
Did y'all start having kids then?
I had my first child when I was 17.
Oh, y'all high school sweethearts?
That's love. Congratulations.
Middle school.
Oh, middle school sweethearts. That is so cute.
So even when I was in middle school, there was like a huge disconnect in why we get pregnant. And I have a daughter, so I understand that too as well. But there's a lot more that goes to it. We as women, we don't have to take birth control. We don't have to get injected with a shot. We don't have to have an IUD. But we do need to carry condoms with us, too.
Right. I agree with that. Lisa. You know what? I want to ask you a question because I'm curious now. You said that you as a woman knows each and every time you've been pregnant. Like you knew the exact moment. Like, so you knew about all 6 kids when it happened, or did it take you a little time to be like, you know what? I know we pregnant now.
I knew. Instantly as a woman, we choose to ignore it.
You must be tapped into your body.
We choose to ignore that feeling.
You tapped into your body, Lisa.
All women know their bodies. All women know their bodies. That's why they're able to teach you as a man how to treat it.
Lisa! Thank you so much for calling in. Shout out to my juicy jammers around the world, making certain they're getting their juicy jamming on. All right? Call in 833-212-1017. Is abortion ethical? All right, what are your experiences when it comes down to abortion? Have you ever had an abortion? Do you know someone who's had an abortion? Or are you fighting against abortion? 833-212-1017.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I can't go back to the High Regency now. I'm done with y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, unless you tell me what happened, this doesn't make any sense. Because this can happen to me. I'm a black man by myself. I don't know, what did he do to deserve that?
Nothing.
You heard someone screaming for help.
Thank you so much, Eastside Tory. And the passion that you hear in Eastside Tory's voice is the exact passion that it should be demonstrated by our elected officials.
Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
When you work in early childhood education, you know the value of a good head start. And an early childhood educator apprenticeship offers just that to future educators and employers alike. Early childhood educator apprenticeships combine on-the-job training with related instruction that can be completed in 2 years with little to no student debt. Apprentices earn an income and the qualifications to excel in a center, opening a future of possibilities. And employer benefits too, gaining a trained employee they know and trust with qualifications to support another classroom, meaning more classrooms for more kids and more opportunity for your business. Get connected with an apprenticeship training representative to create an apprenticeship program tailored to your business. Put the future in good hands. Learn more about early childhood educator apprenticeships at wisconsinapprenticeship.org. This project is being supported in whole or in part by a grant awarded to the Department of Workforce Development by the U.S. Department of Labor.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Okay, Fred, so I got some questions.
What's up?
Where should I go if I want to start my own business?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, Fred, so where should I go if my kid needs an internship? Or if I need a job, where do I go?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, so what if I want to work for a company that believes in diversity, has great benefits, and growth for people like us?
You already know. It's EerieInsurance.com.
Man, so Fred, I just need to go to Erie Insurance?
Go to EerieInsurance.com for all that you need.
It's amazing!
1017 The Truth, Sherwin Hughes for Axe Housing. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. If you work with Axe Housing, you'll average around $800 a month. No matter what barriers you think you are facing, Axe Housing will have a coach on staff that can assist you today. You can get started on a virtual home buying orientation by going to axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. And you can be well on your way to becoming a homeowner. Do not let where you are financially today get in the way of your bright future. Axe coaches are here to help. That's axehousing.org.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good on the IG model when I get through, I'm picking her out. She dead. None of my ops ain't popping outside, cause if they do, they dead. Young ice out in the drop top, looking like a round in the box. I can't be playing with these diamonds. I can't be playing with this money. No way.
Oh, keep that baby. I bought that baby. Oh, keep that baby.
My new
don't touch that lady. crazy. Going crazy in these streets. You going crazy in these streets. Gonna keep that, baby? Or you gonna abort that, baby? Let me know. 833-212-1017. Y'all know what it is. What up?
All right, y'all. We about to head right to the lines, and we're gonna go to Winky Blue. What is poppin', Juicy Jammer?
Abort that, baby. Oh, keep that.
Hey, how y'all doing? Good afternoon to you.
Yeah.
You know, this is a real heavy topic because I've seen so many things. The lower caller that just called in, she was so right when it comes down to protection. Condoms has never failed a real player in his life, you know, especially if they're used properly. You know, so when it comes down to abortion, why is it that I can get into an argument with my old lady? Okay, I can get in an argument where it elevates her anxiety, and she miscarries, or we can get into a pushing and shoving match, and the baby wind up dead. I get charged with a voluntary. DA might try to charge me with first degree intentional homicide. They break it down to a involuntary. A voluntary. Then you might be able to get it broken down to an involuntary manslaughter. Why is it that I get charged for me and her in an argument or just a pushing match? You know, shoving, anxiety, the baby died. Guess what? I get charged with the case. She get to go to the doctor and tell him, I ain't carrying this baby no more. I don't want you. I'm going to get them boys. I ain't carrying this baby. And she go kill the baby, and she don't get no case. Now,
are you saying that women should be charged too, especially if the man wanted to keep the baby? Because I've heard about situations like that too, where like a father was really trying to be a father, but she went in and aborted the baby, or the father was really trying to be a father, and the woman got the money from the man, however she did, and still aborted the baby just because she wanted extra money. I've heard about stories like that too. Is that what you're saying?
These are cases. This is stuff that needs to be examined. And check this out. When you got a woman now, if she's a sex worker, if she's hustling and getting it up, and getting it in, and a condom break, okay, now that's something to think about, because she may not never see this dick again in her life, and to carry that's about as bad as carrying a rapist baby. Now, I'm not going to say that abortion is good, okay, but these are situations that I think a person has to, when you're playing in that life, anything can happen.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you something real quick. Player to player, pimp to pimp. Would you be down for abortion if you needed to have it done?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't want to even comment on that because I don't never want to be faced with it. I have known ladies that have made some poor choices, you understand, and things went wrong, and at that moment, hey, but guess what? When they find out right away, they abort the child, abort whatever it is, the growing embryo inside them before it even develops into a child. I mean, a woman can probably fart that out in the toilet, you know what I'm saying, and never know she was pregnant. If she was pregnant or whatever, and it just come through and she done miscarried, a big clot of blood. Why am I got this big clot? Why am I clotting like that? It could be an abortion that she's having, that the body just rejecting the baby.
No,
at a very early
That's
age.
interesting. Thanks for calling in, bro. That's very interesting, Winky. Because everybody has their different takes and perspectives on abortion. It really does affect all of us, whether you know it or not.
I just wonder, why so many men have things to say. That's just my main question. I don't understand. It hasn't been a lot of women calling. We had Lisa and Miss Rose did call, but
this is a man's world.
It's just a lot of men who have opinions on what a woman can or cannot do, and that's kind of bothering me a little bit. But I mean, it is what it is. 833-212-1017. We got George on the line. What's poppin', Juicy Jammer George?
Hey, what's happening, y'all? I guess I want to just take it to a different level. It's 2024. Most of us today know how a woman is pregnant. To me, I want to be careful I say this, but I'm just going to say it. To me, unless it's like rape or something like that, to me it's being lazy on both parts. Because when you make that decision to have sex, and you know what could happen out of that, you should be protecting yourself at that time. I know one time I was dating this young lady, and we waited for 30 days before we, had sex with because she wanted to get on the pill, and she said it took 30 days for it to get into your system. Plus, we used condoms, too, because neither one of us were trying to have a child. Now, this is back in 74, 76.
Damn.
It's 2024. So, to me, that's just being lazy or not caring. And here's what I want to say, because you hear this all the time on the Republican thing about pregnancy, about abortions and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think that's between a woman. I don't believe in it personally, but I think that's a woman's choice. I think that's between her and her maker. But you hear these Republicans talking all this smack about it, but you just know they voted against child tax credits, anything, child lunches, free food, anything that's going to help that baby when it gets here. They're against that, but they still want you to have a baby, which makes no sense to me, and I'm going to leave it at that.
No, I appreciate you, George, for calling in, man. Ultimately, man, it's such a touchy subject, man, because like I said before, it really affects all of us. It affects all of our lives, it affects
policies. All of our lives?
Yeah.
Like the decisions?
Yeah.
Oh, like the government's decision affects all of our lives.
The government's decision?
I was about to say, because the decision that's on the woman, I don't see how that would affect your life. But
it could, because ultimately we don't know who that child could grow up to be.
Bro.
Right? And what I'm saying is, I don't know.
That's not affecting your life if it don't happen.
If you want
bro.
that baby and she gets an abortion, that's going to affect your life.
No, I mean, what?
That's what Ben is saying.
Well, I was going to say that.
No, he's saying any person in the world who gets an abortion, it affects him. It does not affect you, bro.
It really does.
It has no effect on you.
You don't think
How
so?
does your day-to-day life change?
You telling me that baby
could potential CEO one day?
No, you talking about potential things that will not happen.
Okay, it could be Jesus.
That's not the case.
Out here aboard
That's
Jesus.
not the case.
I want Jesus.
That's why I'm so
confused.
You want Jesus? That's why I'm so confused, because so many people have opinions when it does not affect their day-to-day. Like, if a woman up the street is having an abortion right now going to Chicago, how is that affecting you?
That's one less person.
How is that affecting your pockets?
And
how is that affecting your decision making?
I mean,
how is that affecting how you live your life and what you want to do with yourself? Please let me know.
I'll let you know right now. If that baby gets aborted, there's more food that I can eat at my table. But if there's another person out here, now I gotta share more food resources. And
don't you? You acting like you want that to happen?
Well, I'm saying I'm laying it out objectively.
Because you still ain't said.
If you want a bigger population growth to actually happen, if you want the GDP to grow, then we need more children. And in doing so, we need more food to be accessible to everyone.
Bro.
So it does affect me,
It doesn't affect you.
I can't go to my buffets
You pulled that out your
booty.
You pulled that out your booty. Let's be honest.
I did
you
not.
pulled it out
These
your
are
butt
facts.
because that has nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with you.
How does it not?
It has nothing to do with you.
It has everything
whether or not
to do
somebody
with how we
wants
navigate
to,
our world,
whether or not somebody wants to have an abortion, whether or not somebody is getting what is it called when you close up your so you can't have kids no more?
I don't know.
You know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. If a man goes off and gets his little thing snipped off so he can't have kids, ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about that.
We do talk about
Does that affect you? What another man got going on down his pants?
Nope.
Exactly. So I don't think this affects the everyday person. If it's not a woman coming to you saying, listen, I want to have an abortion and it's your baby, and I want to have an abortion, then it has nothing to do with you. If it's not in your family and you're like, dang, I would have took care of that baby if you would have had the baby. I would have helped out in some way, shape, or form. It has nothing to do with you. It really doesn't. So that's why I am so confused as to why so many men have things to say.
Well,
when it has nothing to do with you.
Me personally, in my own life, there are a few women in my life who have actually went ahead and gone about that process. So there are family members that I am now missing. That's not the regular woman who might be getting it done right now. That has nothing to do with you. It does not affect you. What I'm saying is, maybe from my own traumatic experiences in my life on how I look at abortion, I take it as, each and every child that is aborted could have been something. It had a lot of potential.
Bro, stop it. Just stop it. Just stop.
What?
Just stop. I'm sick. I'm really tired. Like, I'm really sick and tired of people talking about the what ifs of what could have been if this person would have been around. We will never know. We will never know. That baby is gone. All right? That baby is gone. And your life is going to be the same with or without it at this point. Like, let it go. That is just my opinion. You over there cracking up, but that's just what I got to say. Like, all of the what ifs. Like, what if Malcolm X was aborted? Where would we be in life? Where would we be in life if Malcolm X would have been aborted? Well, he wasn't. So he's here to tell his story and to live another day. But what I will say
My sister was aborted.
People do.
Let you know.
Damn. People, is that why you have this stance? Because you mad at your parents? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, well then say that.
See, but you didn't let me get that out.
I've been asking you, fam, and you said listen. You over here talking about food on your table.
I was trying to put it into
context. Let that make sense.
I was trying to put it in context for everybody to be able to understand and grasp how each and every abortion does actually impact everyone.
No, it does not. It does not. Because the next person, I'm sorry, they don't know who your sister was or would have been. No offense. I'm just saying.
People talk about climate change and all these other things that affect our Earth.
This is just ridiculous. Like, you will never know. And that's to say, as if, like, if God has a plan for somebody to put their will on this earth and do something great in this earth, the will is going to be done regardless. If it didn't happen from that person that would have been aborted, which wasn't even a person fully yet, it's going to come to the next person. We still going to go on. We are going to move on with life and be wherever we got to be. And that's just that. We are about to take a break. I got somewhere very important to go. Hopefully I can share with you guys later on another day what I'm about to go do. But Noni Juice is heading out for the day. You are about to continue the conversation with Benjamin, and we got Doc B in the building about to hold it down for Jamming with Juice and Tory Lowe and the Tory Lowe Show. So make sure you guys keep it locked here. We're talking about abortion. Do you guys think it's ethical? Drops mic.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Telly Hughes with his truth.
I want to stress the importance of a positive mindset. Everything begins as a thought before it ever becomes an action. So it's extremely important to purposely place yourself in positive spaces to help shape and nurture those thoughts. I know you're probably thinking, okay, Telly, let's be realistic. Look, I get it. You may work with people with bad energy, or you may even be related to people who are negative by nature. In this journey called life, there will be many things that come your way that's out of your control. But what you can control is how you respond. Understand this. You have the right to either tap in or tap out of whatever energy that may come your way. And that's how you can control and protect your positive spaces. The mind is where it all starts, and if your thoughts are centered around positivity, you'll see how things begin to transform. You'll see a noticeable difference between things happening for you versus things always happening to you. You begin to grow through situations as opposed to just going through tough situations. Make it a priority to surround yourself with positive people and create those positive spaces and begin to experience the fruits of what a positive mindset can produce. Trust me, it takes work to creating these spaces, and you have to be intentional about it. And I'm committed to putting in the work because I'm living proof that it's well worth the peace a positive mindset brings.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer. Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning, the cap is loose on that catch-up.
Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. For the second straight night, the Milwaukee Brewers knocking off the Braves in Atlanta. This one by a final score of 8-5.
And the first pitch to Perkins, a ground ball through the right side and into right field for a base hit. Sanchez around third. He will score, and the Brewers have taken the lead in the fifth.
The call there on 620 WTMJ, and with the win, the Crew now improving to an overall record of 63-49. They remain 6 games ahead of the St. Louis Cardinals in the NL Central. Over to the NFL as the Packers get set for their first preseason game on Saturday. ESPN Milwaukee's Jason Wilde discussing playing time for starters this week, mentioning he's unsure how much guys like Jordan Love will actually play.
The coaches have talked, and they believe everyone should play at some point.
Packers-Browns Saturday afternoon kickoff is set for 3:25. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
True. 101.7. Doc B coming in off the bench for Noni Juice. Still keeping it juicy. She's here in spirit. No doubt, we got you. Go right out, girl. On assignment, I guess, right? No doubt. It's time to check in with my man Ben Jammin.
Y'all know what it is.
And by the way, the abortion topic was real hot, so hot people still want to talk about it. We will come back and revisit that. We apologize. We ran out of time on it, but we will get back to it. Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Yes,
no doubt. Hey.
It's the Pop Culture Report, Doc B.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready? Truth Nation, are y'all ready?
I'm ready for the clone Lisa. She was a cool caller too. I like that.
I feel it. All right, so in matters of discussing the Pop Culture Report. All right, for those of you guys who don't know, all right, while y'all all out there checking your tail feather, all right, making certain that you're keeping it hot in her.
Hey, it's all Puffy. That's all Puffy references, by the way. You know, he was in that song.
I was talking about Nelly. If y'all don't know, according to reports, Nelly was arrested early Wednesday morning and later released. All right, according to KRCG 13 news reports that authorities took Nelly into custody around 4:45 a.m. after finding 4 ecstasy pills in his possession. Officers also uncovered that he had an outstanding traffic summons, and I don't know why Nelly got all the money in the world. He ain't got all the money in the world, but he good. He better than me. He better than boy.
I think he's doing pretty good. I think he's doing pretty well.
And he was found with no car insurance.
And him and Ashanti just had their first child, right?
Did they have the baby?
I think she had the baby. She had the baby, no doubt.
I'm gonna have to look that one up, Doc.
Yeah, fact check me.
Yeah, I know they just got married or he engaged.
I know they got back. They've been on and off over the years. But I think they're really making it serious now.
My thing is, Doc, especially
speaking of babies.
My thing is, Doc, especially because you've been around the world and back. You know hip hop through and through.
I am a hip hop aficionado. Correct.
Why do these rappers and artists get so obsessed with drugs? I mean, Nelly, what are you using ecstasy for, my boy?
I don't know why local rappers ride through River Hills without their plates and dirty. Why would anybody not take care of your basics? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't get it. And keeping it gangster with you has been a subject before. Yeah. When they say legalizing weed and other things, I'm like,
y'all haven't put in a childlike manner. Y'all haven't been cool with prescription drugs and alcohol. We gonna introduce this to it, and y'all not gonna drive. Y'all gonna be cool.
Right.
I'm like, I'm for it, and I'm for us making money off of it. But I'm like, can you handle it though?
That's true, because one thing that I remember a few years ago that happened, Doc, is you guys can look this up. Over in Oregon, Oregon had legalized everything.
Right.
Like they just went ahead and legalized everything. I'm talking about from shrooms to ecstasy to fentanyl to whatever you want to do out in Oregon, you can go out there and do. All right, but what that
the Northwest,
Jesus Christ,
the real North, the real Northwest is Seattle, all that, yeah.
Well, them boys ready to go to the sky right now.
They cut out a police, they cut out a whole police section in Portland too, like where they regulate themselves, and that's gone to hell.
Yeah,
but anyway,
it definitely has, because it kind of exacerbates or enables the idea of a Skid Row even being out there. So when we talk about these rappers and the communities that we currently live in, why have they gotten so used to just doing drugs? Like, this is just a part of their lifestyle. Like, I remember even just watching this is a paparazzi had caught Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, out there in Petty.
Oh, yeah, doing that sugar booger?
Yeah, he out there on cocaine. All right, it looked like it was cocaine. It looked like he was putting something up his nose that was a white powdery substance. All right, and then he had the nerve to giggle right after. That's why I'm so happy that paparazzi does what they do, because sometimes we need to remove the facade that they put out there so we can see who these people really are.
I just want to see balance. New Styles, the DJ, he's a big proponent of legalizing weed and using it. And basically that people don't want to fight off of and things of that nature. And I don't want to make it just about that. But I just want people to act more responsibly.
Yeah.
Just show us something. I mean, it's integrity, man. It's who you are when nobody's watching.
Right.
It's who you are when you police yourself, so to speak.
That's true. It's like that discipline idea. But then again, some people will be like, to be able to use drugs is part of my freedoms. Whatever I want to do in America, I can do. That's what people would say. I can do whatever I want to do in America. If a man can turn to a woman, why can't I do cocaine? That's what some people will go to say. Really, truly think. Some people are right now defending Nelly like, oh man, he's good. He's not out here hurting anybody. But ecstasy, come on, man, it's illegal. All right, and it's chopped up with what?
And you can do it where? You could do it anywhere.
Yeah, and it's just so
the Trump Taj Mahal, like you said in your song.
Right. It's true.
Because you used the word hours. Underlay.
Mama E-I-E-I. Uh-oh. Now you in jail. Okay. And ultimately, this is my thing. It's kind of like when you're an artist or somebody of affluence who has the platform, you got to understand that you actually influence people to do things that they more than likely wouldn't have never done if you didn't introduce them to the idea. I know kids. Not the kids anymore. They're all adults. But when we're all teenagers and we were influenced by Lil Wayne, I know kids who just started popping pills just then because Lil Wayne was talking about it. I know kids who started sipping lean just because Lil Wayne was talking about sipping lean.
Good luck with your cold. Oh no, I ain't got no cold. Why you buying so much cough syrup?
Right. I'm off that stuff. I'm off that stuff right now.
Could be purple, could be pink.
Yeah.
Depending on how you mix that drink. What up, Drake? I'm on one.
Mix that drink,
I'm on one.
Purple Sprite was happening.
We so hip hop. We so hip hop.
Yeah, it's true.
We are so musical.
It's true. But like Doc B, why do you feel like, again, drugs just happen to be a part of the culture?
I think it's like almost anything. Once you get so much of it, you want to go to the next level. And your body starts to become, for lack of a better word, immune to it.
Yeah.
So the more you keep doing it, it's kind of one of the reasons why my stepmother said it more often. Say, okay, you're doing a lot of stuff when you're 13, 14, 15, and you're going to be burnt out by the time you're in your mid-20s.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people that's like by 30s where they just sit down. By 30, 40, they feel like an old person.
Yeah.
And you're not really old yet. Yeah. But you're not really, you old in the eyes of a 17-year-old, but for real, when you see somebody out here 70, 80 years old, they're still out here water skiing on their feet.
Muscle bound and stuff.
They'll say, when you gonna stop? You got that gray hair, Doc. But I said, dude, Mick Jagger is like 80. Dude had a baby at like 70 fucking. Oh, I almost said it. 73 years old. I almost said it. 73 years old. Man,
Robert De Niro. He just had a whole baby.
Come on, dog.
That is true, though. It's really like how you take care of your body, because if you decide to put your body through the stress of this amount of drugs, especially at a young age, like you said before, Doc, you know, your body's going to age even faster and more rapidly than what it ever was supposed to.
It happens with, not that I watch it, porno. It happens with porno too. You might start off watching this, that, and the other, and what happens is that amount of for lack of a better word, engagement. Thank you, appreciate it. I needed a word there. That doesn't do it for you anymore. Then you need more, and you need more, and you need more, and then your for lack of a better word, kink or your hunger goes higher. Right. And it happens with almost anything: drugs, alcohol, food. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets started. You know, you just start. You know, you start just building a tolerance. Your tolerance just goes up for it, and you need more in order to satisfy.
Is that why some women use abortion as birth control?
You right.
No, never mind. Let me stop.
You know, I want to bring it back. You know, I want to bring that back.
No, it's very interesting.
I got something to say.
It's very interesting, though, Doc B, because, again, as we do talk about Nelly and his ecstasy use, there's just so many other rappers who have a platform, but then they go and mess it all up for themselves. Like, I remember seeing a Kodak Black interview on Drink Champs, and I'm telling you, if I've ever seen anybody drugged out in my life,
that is not cool.
Watch this Kodak Black interview on Drink Champs, and it just makes you not want to.
Did he have a ski mask on?
No,
that time, that was at the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
that was the Breakfast Club
with a ski mask. Yeah. On this one, this man's face is so slim, it looked like he'd been doing crack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, and you know, in the black community, you know, if you end up losing weight really fast, like if I lost weight, if I drop 30 pounds next week, Truth Nation, my family, the people here at Third Street Market Hall, Ben, what's happened to you?
You on a diet or is you all right? Yeah,
Did you take the Slim Fast?
Yeah.
Huh? What's going on?
I'm guilty of that. I'm like,
is it
you straight? I say you lost some weight. You say you straight?
Man,
it's like, yeah, man. I just been on a diet. I'm like, it can't be the diet first. It can't be I've been jogging and
it's them drugs.
It's
it's that stuff.
Stressing.
Doc be on that stuff. That's what they would say.
I ain't missing no meals.
But it's just like, to me, I feel like a lot of people don't use their influence in the right ways, and then ultimately, and maybe they don't even understand it, but ultimately they end up persuading a generation and or a population into doing the wrong things for themselves. Again, you know, the fact that a lot of people, because Lil Wayne was at the height of his career, 2008 to like 2012, whatever may have you,
they have influence. They have influence on us.
Yeah, they have influence, and then ultimately 10 years down the road, a kid ends up dying based off of the influence that this person set before them. Like, there's a story out there about Future. You know, Future doesn't even do drugs. You know, and if he does very little. He told this to Nicki Minaj. You know, he doesn't even do drugs. However, you know, there's another young rapper who had,
but it sells records. But it sells records.
It sells records. But there was another young rapper out there who had a lot of promise in the rap game, and his name was Juice WRLD. And Juice WRLD only began rapping because of Future. Juice WRLD goes on to start taking pills and doing all these drugs, and ultimately ends up dying at the age of 21 from ingesting, I want to say, about 21 different pills because he was trying to save himself from being arrested on the plane. But ultimately, had Future never put that idea out there, maybe a kid like Juice WRLD would still be alive today.
That's a good point, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
I mean, that
stuff.
Wait a minute. That's the biggest argument. That's one of the biggest things of us. How much responsibility? How much of a role model am I? That's the old Charles Barkley. I'm not your kid's role model. You should be. But then again, I'm selling you these shoes. I'm selling you my brand. I want you to. You know, it's a contradictory fight, and the black community has always been that village type feel where we influence each other. Right. So follow this guy, follow that lady. You know what I'm saying? Get behind it, and at the same time, don't listen to them. It's rough, but that's why you build a foundation in your children. That is true. You should build a foundation in your children. But I think artists should have at least a conscience. I think Michael Jordan should care whether people are killing themselves over his shoes, or if a guy has a drug. They say the drugs has spiked since your stuff hits the road. You got to decide between that money and your freedom of speech.
Your freedom of
First Amendment, your First Amendment rights.
That's true.
Just because you can, should you do it?
I think it all really comes down to, like, do you really care about humanity or not? You know,
that's a lot of weight on you.
Yeah, it really is, man. But if you take that platform, you know, what
if you poor and you in Racine and you can get out of the hood with them lyrics?
Hey, you can do it.
I see. You can do it. Yeah, I see the mind tweet.
Your boy Bill right here. Album coming shortly. Y'all better wait and see what happens. But you know what, though? Make sure that y'all do tap in to Jamming with Juice tonight at 6 p.m. From 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., me and your girl, Carrie Noni Juice, we'll be doing a special show between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. It's our late night show where we get a little bit more rugged. We ain't talking about abortion all over again, or we may be talking about these rappers and their drug use. However, this is the Tory Lowe Show on the Pop Culture Report. I am Benjamin, that is Doug B, and that is DJ Brother Z. When we get back, we have more pop culture for y'all.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's your girl Melanie Ricks, and I want you to join the Truth Team and me at our free and open to the public second annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Tory Lowe and I will be broadcasting live, and you don't want to miss out on all the fun. The Truth Family Fest is presented by Associated Bank, Your Money Works Here, and sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, UW-Milwaukee, Gruber Law Offices, Erie Insurance, American Family Insurance, Outreach Community Health Centers, Greater Milwaukee Urban League, Ascension, Wisconsin, and MATC.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk.
Or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Families agents. Life's better when you're under American Families roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Join our team. Milwaukee Public Schools will be hosting an in-person recruitment fair at our district office located at 5225 West Village Street. We are hiring teachers, paraprofessionals, children health assistants, building service helpers, and food service assistants. Our recruitment fair will be held on Wednesday, August 14, 2024, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And if you're not able to attend, no worries. Visit our website to apply at mpsmke.com/careers.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Nelly got caught. Arrested. Man, I'm a what? I'm a sucker for cornrows and manicured toes. Truth 101.7. No doubt. Tory Lowe Show 1 to 4. Doc B to my left. Yo right, depending on how you're looking at the cameras. My man Ben Jammin. To my right, Damien LC. Not checked in yet, but he's in the building for sure.
Oh, I'm here. I'm just gonna, you know, wait till I get tagged in.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Right. You play by the rules. You don't sneak in with the chair and okay with the brass knuckles.
I'm gonna wait. Because I was listening to y'all, but I wasn't.
Right.
Because I was trying to drive in and be on time.
Okay.
That makes sense. That makes complete sense. But right now we got the Pop Culture Report. Truth Nation
is going down.
All right, and right now with the Pop Culture Report, okay, I've been seeing a lot of things, all right? There's Nelly and his drug use, and there is a group that is, you know, essential to hip-hop. Some people will say, I'm just going to go straight right into it. The Fugees, all right, if you guys do not know, grand opening, grand closing. All right, Fugees 2024 tour, all right, has been canceled 3 days before their very first show. show.
I was actually going to talk about that. I'm glad you bring that up.
It's so crazy how the universe works, Doc B.
That is great. But great minds think alike.
Should we still be invested in what the Fugees can do for us? Because, like, for real, if we being honest, right, we got Wyclef, who, in my opinion, was that's actually truly like the Beyonce of the group. All right, I know there's like Lauryn Hill.
Oh, wow.
Lauryn Hill has still been inactive since 1999.
You said Wyclef was the Beyonce?
Yeah,
I'm soaking that in. I'm still processing that. I'm still processing.
He was more important to the culture than Lauryn Hill?
What I will say is
he was the glue.
He's definitely the glue, but he would actually have a nice career. Lauryn Hill's career has not progressed since 1999, and then you got Price, who was actually a double agent for China and the United States. And I'm surprised that the man.
Wow.
Yeah. So what's going on here?
You went there.
Well, what y'all want to talk about? You want to go down the rabbit hole with me and Dan?
Let's talk about it. I'm gonna tag in early.
Let's go, Dan. David L's in the building.
You ready?
Listen, man. Lauryn Hill was the Beyonce of the Fugees. If you, Doc B, we lived through this.
She is revealed.
I lived through it too.
We lived.
She is still.
How old do you think I am?
How old are you, Benjamin?
How old do you think I am?
This was 1996. I was at Florida A&M on the set. Nobody was checking for Wyclef. Wyclef was dope, but everybody wanted to hear what Lauryn Hill verse was. You didn't fast forward Lauryn Hill's verse to get to Wyclef's verse. That never happened. Wyclef never even had the best verse on any of the songs.
That's a little strong.
Name a Fuji song where Wyclef had the best verse.
I'm uncomfortable. You put me on the spot. I will say Lauryn Hill is still argued to this day in the top female MCs, and Wyclef I've never heard it being argued as one of the top MCs. Just impactful.
Lauryn Hill is arguably one of the best MCs. Period.
Female or male.
Off one album.
But you got Fuji. You got the Fugees album.
The Fugees had two. Then you got one solo.
And then you got.
3 albums.
I mean, I don't know if you want to count Sweetest Thing, and I got a Sweetest Thing remix, the Mahogany remix off of a SWAT. Right. There's I don't know if you ever heard that before, but it's stupid.
And she just had the hit song off of the Queen and Slim movie, Slim and Queen, whatever that was.
But in the words of DT, she's disrespectful to the audiences because she shows up late.
Thank you, Denise. Thank you, DT. But seriously, all
light skin vibes.
I'm just right. All I'm gonna say is, look, Wyclef seems to me to be way more successful than the other two. All right, but that is the Pop Culture Report with your boy Benjamin. I am Benjamin. That is Doc B. That is Damien.
Sounds like you backpedaling out of the argument. That's what it sounds like to me.
No, I just like to throw it back in the room.
It sounds like you trying to keep on time.
Trying to keep on time.
Respect that. You love to lose your argument.
We got some bills to pay.
We respect that.
All right, but
you came in talking about Kobe over Jordan and Magic.
Make certain that you tap into Gem with Juice tonight at from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We may talk about abortion. We may talk about Nelly and his drug use. But what Doc B and Damien LZ will talk about will supersede all of that. Holla at y'all later.
Welcome to another episode of Analysis, man.
From Buck superstar Giannis.
And then I'm going to Chris at the time. What did coach mean? What do you...
And even Green Bay QB Jordan Love. There's only one call for these conversations.
I've never been in a Lambo, and I have to, right? What is this Lambo league?
Tune in to the Thanalysis Show, presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Find it today on Apple, Spotify, and anywhere you get podcasts.
Thank you, Truth Nation. Your willingness to share your stories with our community has helped make the Tory Lowe Show a 2-time first place Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Award winner.
Hey, I'm tapping in for the Milwaukee County Jail. Yeah, man, they treating us real bad up in here, man. I mean, they had us sleeping in feces and urine. They took the batteries from us, told us there wasn't no batteries in stock. I ain't never heard that in my life.
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I push through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Being blind doesn't always look how others may think. Stargardt disease was supposed to define me.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. A blinding eye disease attempted to force me away from doing what I was born to do.
But it cannot stop me. I have the tools.
I will keep moving forward.
Pushing past the limits of this disability.
I know where to find support and where I can be seen.
Loss of sight won't blind our vision. Innovative research, educational resources, supportive community. The Foundation Fighting Blindness is leading the charge in finding treatments and cures for blinding diseases. Learn more at fightingblindness.org. A public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
Tory Lowe Show live, man, from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, the heart of downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my hometown, 414. Ooh, your boy Doc B filling in as Tory and the Queen are on assignment.
Yes, sir.
And to my left, your right, doing it right. He done moved, switch seats.
I don't switch seats.
I love it. So we can talk to, so we can monitor that text line. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Text line.
No doubt. And he can shout out Sagittarius if he wants to. You know,
Sagittarius.
If you want to, number one.
Let's see. It's been a while since I've been up here. It's been a while since me and Doc been up here together.
Respect.
But every time we up here together, Doc shouts out Sagittarius, and I always keep a checker of how many times he says Sagittarius during a few hours.
I don't want to overdo it. I just like to keep count.
So we're going to keep count of how many times. So you at home, y'all keep count. And, hit the line up, hit the text line, hit the phone line. Let us know every time Doc says Sagittarius. We're just gonna
I don't think we need to do that.
We're going to keep track of it.
833-212-1017. That's 1017. Keep it 1017. Woo! All right.
So what I missed? What y'all was talking about?
Prior to you getting here, it got a little emotional. It got a little juicy.
I understand that. I was listening, driving in, and it seemed like it got heated.
It was, and I came in on the end of it, but I was listening to it. It was about the abortion, just abortion as a whole. Is it, it legal? Should it not be legal? Is it moral? Is it immoral? And Noni's main point, I think she will agree with me when I say this, is what do you got to do? Are you here in Milwaukee? I'm in Idaho. I'm in Iowa. Why do you care if I'm getting an abortion today or tomorrow? It has no effect over you. And she's tired of but they could grow up to be Malcolm X, or they could grow up to be the next Barack Obama. She said, I'm tired of that narrative. I'm tired of the narrative being an excuse for you to stick your nose in my bedroom, especially when, if I can add on to the callers, especially when once the baby is born, all the people that are pro-life seem to be pro-non-helping the baby, or the mom or the family.
They pro-life, but they also
anti-life after you outside of the womb.
Yeah, they want to kill people for stealing, third strikes and stealing pizza and whatever. But pro-life only goes so far,
right?
But
police shooting boiling water and jumping on.
I didn't hear the full conversation, and I haven't read the chat line. But my opinion is it's a woman's right to choose. It's her body, and if she decides that's what she wants to do, nobody else can tell her, what she can do with her body. We understand that life starts at, the question is, okay, people say life starts here, it starts there, it starts there, whatever. It starts at birth. Until that baby is out of that woman, that's her body. And that's her decision to do what, in my opinion, that's her decision to do what she wants.
I'm glad you had your opinion. I would just say that, and we won't stick on it. Well, we can do whatever we want to do, but we won't stick it. We won't run into the ground. But we'll say that I will say this: you can't say for sure that it starts at. Did you say conception or did you say at birth? I think you said at birth.
I said it starts at birth.
See, so you
take air,
but then inside you can see through ultrasound and other movements that the baby is reacting to different sounds and. Not even. I won't call it a baby. I'll call it the fetus. So the jury's still out on that. But you are entitled to your opinion.
I feel you. But even in that situation, that's still inside that woman's body.
Correct.
And that is still her decision. What she's going to do until it comes and breathes air, it's still inside of her body. And she's going to determine what's best for her body. So some white man
then why you got to put a color on it? Why you got to put a color on it?
Because that's who's making these decisions. Is the Congress and the Senate. So I'm gonna say some man, and in most cases, 80% of the men that are making these decisions.
I'm at the real. I see. I got to reel you in. All right, go ahead.
White man is gonna tell these
women
it's
an old white man.
What they gonna do with their
young.
body, and that's just not. That's just not right. They shouldn't be making rules like that. Roe versus Wade was a turning point for this country, and the fact that it was overturned for whatever reasons, they spent 56 years trying to overturn it, is just more control over women and more control over those that we consider minorities, and in this case, the minority is the woman. And it's the woman's right to choose. She should be able to do what she wants to do. She shouldn't have to go.
You're like me. You get on tangents. Hold on. Let me jump in there.
She shouldn't have to go
You're doing well.
From Texas and go all the way to Missouri or something to have a medical procedure.
Sherwin and I argued over that, about each state having its own rules and regulations over things like that. We were talking about something. I just said I want stuff to be universal. I don't think that's cool for different cities. This state has slavery. This state has welfare. This state doesn't. I don't like that. But to specifically speak on what you were speaking on, you said nobody. And here's what would have been my argument with Noni, and it was off air, but she had to go. I got two people that should be involved with that. That fetus that you don't want to give birth to or life to until it's out the womb, and the father of the child. How come they don't have a say-so on what goes on?
Because it's still in her body.
No, that's not in her body. But
as a man, you don't, just because you impregnate a woman, don't give you power over that woman.
Yep.
It's still her decision. It's still in her body. She has the right to make that decision.
Yeah, but I have the right to pay child support, and I have the right for her to come back in my life.
That's once it's given birth and it's breathing.
You know what?
You're not paying child support when it's in her stomach. So you can't use that as an argument.
And you know what's funny? And I've seen them come back after the kid is like 5, 10, 15 years old and get arrears. Let's go to the lines, shall we?
Not for 9 months that it's in the stomach.
Yeah, but I know, but I'm saying they could. But I'm on the line until 18 years for 18 years or more.
Course.
Or depending on my morals, I don't stop at 18. I love my son till death. I love my daughter till death.
As a man, we made the decision to lay down with this woman.
You know what?
Go in raw, shoot the club up.
Here you go. You know what? You always, Charlamagne, calm down, Charlamagne. All right,
that wasn't me. That was Pat. And now we think we own this woman. We don't.
No, I just gotta say so. I gotta say so more than 17 to 20% in my child support. All right, on the line, which is 833-212-1017. Abortion comments. It won't stop. Who we have on the line?
Pat.
What up? Good afternoon, Pat.
Hey, Kings.
What's good now?
I have a comment. I heard somebody say that they didn't know when a person, I guess, is alive.
Right.
And I'm a spiritual. I'm a human being having a spiritual I'm a spirit having a human experience. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying this. God said in his word that I knew thee before I even put thee in the womb. You were already a person. You were already known before he even placed you in your mom's womb. Okay. So we as black people, we need to stop thinking that what we do only affects one person, this person, that person. It affects us all, because the God we serve understands that the dead babies are up to his nostril and they stinketh. You know what I'm saying? We need to repent. And then men are always talking about, well, women walking around here crazy. You know why they walking around crazy? Why? Because half of them got dead spirits on them. We got dead babies in our community that ain't nobody repented for or said they were sorry about doing. God knew us before he placed us in the womb. That's when conception starts, when God has an idea about you and put you in your mama's womb. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So we need to get this thing from the root. And I'm sorry to whoever the young man was that said that his sister was aborted, and the young lady went on to say, well, just forget about it. Just forget about it.
That was
I've had an
Benjamin.
abortion.
But go ahead, please.
I had an abortion, and I think about that baby, what could have, should have been forever. It took Jesus, God, to help me with that. So unlike other women that want to admit to it, that's where that depression, that's where that
spirit,
that suicidal, all those spirits come from. Them dead babies that's lurking around them. Repent, black women, and stop falling for the okie doke, because our God don't like it.
I appreciate the call. Okay, Pat. We also have, I believe this is White Widow. White Widow, you're on Truth 1017.
Oh no, that was from earlier.
That was earlier. That was earlier.
So
we
can talk about what Pat just said. Then. Yep. Go ahead.
Let's do it.
All right, listen.
What if I'm an atheist? What if I'm a Muslim?
Absolutely.
What if I'm a Catholic?
Absolutely.
And what if I'm not black?
There's so many different ways to discuss, and no disrespect to what Pat was just saying.
She meant that, though.
But she meant that, and I appreciate that.
She
and
stood
anybody
on that.
that stands on what they believe in and has that spiritual or that faith or that religion, I'm never going to take a dump on them.
I love
because that's something that
we are respectful.
We're respectful of, and we
especially
understand that. But we're not going to throw Bible scriptures at people when there's certain Bible scriptures. We can't pick and choose what we're going to throw at people. You know what I'm saying?
Got the little funnel
right,
thing. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
There's so much stuff in the Bible that is
we have to be here. We had to take over Dr. Ken's show too.
Right.
And we gonna do the Bible.
You can't pick and choose.
New Testament or Old Testament.
You can't pick and
Which
choose.
one?
And so if you accept it, and I believe that, and you have to accept all of it. But with that being said, I think that we have to understand that scientifically, life starts. You can argue it may start once the baby is conceived and it's receiving food from its mother, but it's still not breathing on its own. It's still not living on its own. Everything it gets is from that mother until it's come out of that womb. The umbilical is cut, and now it's breathing on its own and is now having life. So that's just my opinion on it as it stands.
No doubt. Well, you have more callers on the Truth to Text line. And I think we're going with Steve. Is that Steve? Steve, good afternoon. What do you have to say? What's up, Glendale?
Hey, how you doing?
What's man? I'm hanging in there. Feeling good, man. I'm driving. I'm in the driver's seat. They let me drive.
Yeah. What can I say after that young lady just called?
Deep, right? Did she go deep?
Wow.
Did she go deep?
Yeah. Very, very deep, and I do really respect her feelings. I'm fairly conservative. I usually vote Republican, but the abortion issue is what is really hurting the Republican Party because there is no compromise with them.
Right.
And we have to play politics here to get elected, and we have to compromise somehow. I don't know where the limit would be. Definitely not in the third trimester. So that's one of those. It's not a black and white issue. There's a lot of grays, and all I know is there's got to be some compromise with that.
You said a mouthful when you said immovable. A lot of my friends call me conservative or Republican. They joke with me or whatever. And I've said I'm pro. Even when I was pro-choice, I was against partial birth abortion. It was just too much for me. And so I see what you mean. That there's got to be some kind of compromising / common sense. Do I dare say that?
Yeah.
There's got to be some common sense in adultism in the adulting as we come to a conclusion. Because what the problem is going to be, if one side gives a little bit to compromise, they feel like it'll be used against them in public ads, and they'll lose their position with their base, and that's part of the problem. Is he still there? Or is he gone? He's gone. All right, Mr. Moore, we got Mr. Moore on deck. Mr. Moore, give us more on the truth. Good afternoon.
Oh, my bad. Hey, what up, Mr. Doc B.
That's good.
I was trying to do a little mix.
You was mixing for me? All right, that's what I like. I like that.
Yeah.
My fault. Get on the ones and twos. Get on the ones and twos. Respect.
Right. Okay, in this situation, hey, Dan, in this situation, I get that. But, you know, they only canceled that because white people was not having the babies. You know, we have our babies. We do. And, you know, the population of, I ain't going to say white. Yeah, white, because they all in the same category. They don't say they nationality. You know, they're flourishing. But they're also less of them with the baby. And child support is illegal, you know. And right now, there's people out here suing. And why do I got to pay the government? And that's another thing. I can take care of my kid. I don't need the government involved. And we need to figure out how to get the government from being involved. If you look at your child's birth certificate or your birth certificate, you know, it has the parents. It don't say parent. No, it don't say parent. It says informant. So if you informant, you giving this baby to the government. We need to get our kids out of this system because, and we need to get out the system because that's the problem. This is true. This is oh my God, this is so true. No, you know what I'm saying?
We got you. It's just so hard to flip something that's been in that's had so much propulsion and so many people behind it for so long. It's just hard to do. My other issue, and I get accused of cutting people off all the time, but listen to me. The Nation of Islam has been on this kind of talk forever, and we so scared of them because they say Assalamu alaikum and they pray to Allah. So I say that to say that they want to take care of their own. They want to trade within their own people. They want to barter. They want to eat foods that are good to us, and they don't believe in. Well, never. I'm gonna leave that alone. But no, I feel you, Mr. Moore. Oh, it looks like I know this next caller. Good afternoon, Jolene. Welcome to The Truth, 1017. Tory Lowe Show. I'm Doc B.
Good afternoon.
I think we know each other.
Good afternoon, Doc B.
What's up, sis?
Yes, we do.
All right.
50 years worth. So I just called in because it's one of those topics that is hot. I totally, your nephew says hi.
What's up, nephew?
But
what's up, boss?
He said, what up, nephew?
Eli. Wait a minute. Oh, is that
wrong one?
Oh, other one. Oh,
Lazaric, yeah.
What's up, Lazaric? What's up, boss? Put some shoes on. All right.
So here's the pitch. First of all, I appreciate the Republican saying that it's a problem. I appreciate that.
Okay.
But the real problem has to do with why they went after it in the first place. For people that don't understand, the real argument is when, and I'm not trying to be racial, but I'm being honest, when white women stopped having babies and went into the workplace, the population went down. And because there are less people of color that have the operation, again, population is going up. If we have less people, we have less control. So the way to stop that from happening is by eliminating Roe versus Wade. Now, I agree with all of the arguments about how the problem for the Republicans is if I'm pro-life, then I have to support, and then I have to support entitlements. Okay. As far as the gentleman that talked about child support is concerned, I agree that the government shouldn't be in it, but there's a number of people who have not been taking care of their responsibilities financially, or were not given the opportunity to, and then they got thrown in the pot. And I feel sorry for those brothers that happened to.
A lot of dreams have been killed over that. A lot of guys was going off to jobs and college and other things, and they stopped to take care of that family.
Absolutely.
Or try to. All right. Thank you, sis. I appreciate the comments.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back after these on The Truth 1017.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
What's good, y'all? This is 1017 The Truth's Telly Hughes, and I am Milwaukee. The goal of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is to provide a platform for citizens of Milwaukee and Truth Nation to have their voices heard about concerns that have daily, direct impact. So join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com. Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cogg's Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
Everywhere in America, families are struggling with an all too common problem.
She missed school again.
Again?
Something is going on. She's secretive.
Should we check her backpack?
When you suspect a family member has a substance use disorder, it's hard to know what to do next.
We need to talk to her.
Starting the conversation is the first step to getting help. Visit SAMHSA at samhsa.gov/families for tips, or for treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's how I step again.
This can only be the work of Dr. B.
Hey, who wants smoke with us? We want all the smoke. Who wants smoke with us? Who wants smoke with us? Tory Lowe Show.
I got something for him. The Truth Family Fest is back. The award-winning 1017 The Truth is proud to announce our 2nd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 17th at Riverside University High School from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Go Tigers. We are bringing the community together for a family festival that will have something for everyone. There will be live music, delicious food, and we will be giving away backpacks, school supplies, and much more. So mark your calendars for this exciting event and come out to enjoy the music, food, and fun at our second annual Truth Family Fest, which is on Saturday, August 17th at Riverside University High School from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
AKA Eastside High.
Go them Tigers. The Truth Family Fest is presented by Associated Bank, where your money works here. And sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, UW Milwaukee, Gruber Law Offices, who sponsors everything, Erie Insurance, American Family Insurance, Outreach Community Health Centers, Greater Milwaukee Urban League, and Ascension, Wisconsin, and MATC.
Woo! Nice read, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Respect. Going to the Truth Text to Talk line. Al, what's good? You on Truth, man? Good afternoon.
Well, only thing I want to share with people who are against it, you ain't going to raise it. You ain't taking on somebody else's responsibility. Because I know I ain't raising nobody else's kids. But it's mighty funny how people talk about what they against, but those the same people who can't even come together to keep a neighborhood clean and keep paper off the ground, yet will make excuses for being nasty. So we should not be worried about who's having abortion. And the other thing is well, isn't it unethical for having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids and they raising? Isn't it unethical for bringing these crack babies in here while y'all getting done by crazy checks because they ain't considered adults till they 25? But we worried about who's having abortion. Maybe you shouldn't go in, and maybe you should pull out early.
Well said in Al's vernacular.
What about Nick Cannon? Okay.
If you got the money to raise them, that's different. But I think what Al is alluding to, and before we go to the next call, I want to just mention is I think what Al is stating is an actual fact. They are legislating the fact that this woman is going to have this child, or trying to make her have this child. And you can say whatever reasons you are. I don't want to get into the Mulder files and having X-Files play for me. But there's a number of reasons people say it's happening. But at the end of the day, once she's had that woman, once she's had that baby, now they want to say, oh, you can't get any state help. That's welfare. We're not for that. We're not for socialism that would help you raise this child and make this child a part of the community. You can't get any help. We're going to make you have this baby, but you can't get no help to raise this baby. Oh, we're not going to do that. Damn. That's socialism. That's all this other stuff, right?
I care about the life of the baby and its potential life, and I care about the dad who might have something to say that's being silenced and sometimes doesn't even know it happened.
Well, I understand that.
You had a baby. Ha! 18 years on the 18th birthday, found out it wasn't his.
But again, we can go back to the fact that it's still a part of that woman's body. But even after the baby is born, they want to make you have this baby, but yet they don't want to provide help for you to raise this baby. And that is so they can say they pro-life, but they not really pro-life. Because what type of life is this baby going to have if you're not going to help this baby be raised? If you're against everything that helps this baby be raised, universal health care, the welfare, not even welfare payments. When people have
school children, this is school. The referendums.
This is America, and we have one of the highest poverty rates. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of us that are living in poverty when they shouldn't be. And during the pandemic, they gave stipends to families that lowered the poverty rate. So that means kids were able to eat. As soon as the pandemic was over, they took that away. So don't tell me you care about this kid.
In the words of NBA Jam, the lines are heating up. I got to go to the lines. All right. Is it Kiana?
Yeah.
Kiana. Hey, Kiana, my fault, baby. What's good now?
It's Kiana, but it's crazy how every time I call, they put me on right after Al. That is crazy. I love him so much, but he always makes me lose my train of thought.
Have you ever met Al? Have you ever met Al?
I have not. I would love.
You got to come
to meet Al.
You got to come to the outside the mic thing with Sherwin Hughes. He usually shows up. He usually comes up. But go ahead.
I'm gonna come.
Okay, you promise.
But so here's my 2 cents.
Go ahead.
I promise. Here's my 2 cents about abortion. Okay, so first off, I'm a Christian. I'm going to say that out the gate.
Okay.
But I'm not the Christian that, how people perceive Christians to be. I believe in accountability. Your walk and your sins is yours. So I totally believe abortion should be legal. But here's the thing. all these people who gun-ho about banning abortions, how would you feel if the government eventually starts depicting who can have kids? Or saying that, okay,
Or
women can't have abortions, but
limited to 2 kids like they did in China.
Exactly. Or like, how far are we willing to go with this as far as telling people what they can and cannot do with their bodies? If I get pregnant, it's my responsibility. I should have it. That's my opinion, but I'm not going to stop someone else from having an abortion if that's what they want. How about we have men get vasectomies? When they become of age, get a vasectomy. It's reversible. It'll stop all of this. Listen, I'm just saying.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable.
Listen, a lot of the people who make our laws are white men, right?
Catheter.
Are white men, but they won't go that far. They think that's bad. You know, that's a bad thing. You can't make men have vasectomies, but you gonna make a woman keep their baby?
Okay, no, wait, let me ask you this: What if I want the baby and you don't? Then what?
It's her body.
Listen. You know what happens? Then you should have been responsible and, like Al said, pull it out, or not have sex at all. You don't. That's what sex is for. To have babies. Stop having sex. You don't want kids.
Let me interject
be careful
here.
who you have sex with.
You was there too.
Stay on the line. Let me interject here. What Doc B just said is ridiculous. If you can't say
respect the callers,
you can't say I said you ridiculous. Yeah. She okay. You can't say oh, I want to have a baby. What about when I want to? Well, you're not going to give birth to this baby. Your life is not going to be on the line when this baby is born. You are not putting your health in the line to have. It's not just a baby just pop out. You know, that ain't happening.
Technically, it's supposed to be. You're supposed to. You're the father. You're supposed to, but men don't. But then, listen, the same woman who made the decision to keep the baby, you know who you're laying with.
Can I interest you in the 7th floor? Can I interest you in child support court? Can I interest you in child support court? It affects me.
Listen, they be having kids by men who got 4 other kids and not taking care of their kids, and you think that he's going to treat you any different? I just told my little sister this the other day about her boyfriend. I said, how does he treat his baby mama? Because that's how he's going to treat you if you get pregnant. Pay attention. Those are red flags. Be careful. Be careful. Accept accountability for what part you play, and be careful. Men and women, but men should get vasectomies. It's reversible.
Hey,
he was quiet on that part.
Should.
He was quiet on that part. He already got his kid. His kids in college.
I think what she's saying is, if you're going to try to control a woman's body, then let's control a man's body as well. If your goal is to stop these premature births and stop these teenage pregnancies and stop all of this stuff, and you so holy and you don't want babies to be aborted, okay, then you get your nuts snipped and go about it and push that as a
jam. I'm a jam.
As a way to prevent birth from happening. Push that. And if you're not, then you're not authentic in what you're saying.
I got the solution. I got the solution. When I run for office, I want you to back me up, sir. Black conscience is on deck.
No, that's Ruben.
Oh, is that Ruben? Oh, that's Ruben.
Hi.
All right,
Yeah.
like the sandwich.
Hi, how's it going?
What
Thanks
up,
for
Ruben?
taking my call.
I like
the sandwich.
You are a tasty sandwich. Oh, you better than that? You better? Taste better? All right. Pause.
What do you mean by that?
Heavy pause.
Turning off his mic.
Yeah, cut his mic off.
All right. So, you want to hear from me?
Yes, please. My mic isn't on, so I don't. Yes, I want to hear Ruben.
So,
in the house, please.
I wanted to address the idea that life begins at first breath and that it's only potential life. You know, breathing is just the intake of oxygen and the output of carbon dioxide. And that unborn does this to the umbilical cord. It has a heartbeat, and it uses the mom sort of like someone on life support. When you go on life support, they bypass your lungs and your heart. But that doesn't make you dead, and it doesn't make you not a human, and it doesn't mean you're not alive. So we got to get past the idea that we don't know when life begins. If we found one bacteria on Mars, what would we be celebrating? Life. So we find one embryo in a human being, and we turn into bumbling idiots. We don't know what it is. Oh, it's not. It has to breathe first. It has to do something else first. No, it doesn't. This is a question of biology, not religion.
But that life support system is coming from the mom. Would you not argue that?
Sure.
Okay, well,
I agree.
Then that means something in his argument. Look, I'm with you, but I'm just saying. But I acknowledge the other side, even when they're wrong.
Yes.
Oh yeah. There's a dependency. We can't pretend there's not a dependency.
Right.
So we're talking about killing children. Children. People say, "Oh, it's not a child." Look up the etymology of that word.
You can't say that. We're not talking about killing children. When people talk about, well, let me ask you
potential children.
When people talk about killing children,
potential children,
they're talking about killing potential children. Something that could be life. It's not alive. It's not a child yet. It's not
independently alive.
It's not independently alive. So it gets everything it needs to survive from its mother.
I'm uncomfortable.
It gets everything it needs to survive from its mother.
Playing God.
So
playing God.
everything it needs to survive from another person. In that regard, it can't survive on its own. You know what I'm saying?
But that doesn't determine life.
There's no way for
that does not
the mother
determine
is
life.
alive, and that child
when you're on a heart and lung machine. When you're on a heart and lung machine, you're still alive. It doesn't mean you're not alive.
But you've already been born, is what I'm saying. You've already. That's a terrible analogy, and that's a terrible. That's a terrible way of connecting the two. It's not. It's
not terrible.
No,
it's close.
It's not.
It's close. It's close.
This thing that's
one more
inside of
point.
this mother has never lived, has never breathed air. It has never made a decision on its own. You're connecting it to somebody that has lived, made decisions on its own, and is now connected to a heart.
They might be a baby that never doesn't do anything. It might be a top.
That's a terrible analogy, and I hate when people make far reaches of analogies that don't even.
It could be a fetus. It doesn't have to. It doesn't even connect the two. It doesn't have to be at that.
So we operate on unborn children. We operate on unborn children, okay? We do surgeries on them. They require intake of energy, and they're alive. That's biological fact. That's not opinion. The word child always meant in the womb. You don't like the word because nobody wants to be known as killing children. So look at the etymology of that word.
No, that's
always
what
meant the
people.
unborn.
That's what people like yourself who go out and stand in front of abortion clinics and threaten to bomb abortion clinics and do all of that stuff. That's the way that y'all talk in order to make it feel. It is fair because he just said something. That's the way that they talk to make it seem like someone is doing something that is definitely wrong and something that is biblically wrong when it isn't.
You, my man. I'm gonna tell you why it's wrong.
Let me talk, Doctor.
Okay,
Stop cutting me off.
You're right.
That is that man. That is that woman's body, and she has the opportunity to do what she wants to do with that body, and that's hers. And you and I have no right to tell that woman what to do with her body. We have crossed the line when we start doing that, and that is the control of this system. That is the control of white supremacy that believes that it can tell any and everyone what to do if they think it's right.
I apologize for cutting you off. This is where I say your analogy of the people who want to bomb abortion clinics are the same. It's like saying, if I say Allah Akbar, and you say that's like them cats that blow up buses and cafes. It is, but it is not what it means. It means God is great by the Muslims. I'm saying if I say that, when I say that, people that don't understand Muslim language, the religion, they will say, "Oh my God," they're saying Allah Akbar, so they're about to blow up something, but they don't know that means God is great. But that's somebody that's twisted.
Did he just say God is great? Did I miss that? Did I miss him saying God is great?
No, I'm saying the analogy of you saying the birthright, his saying is like the person that's outside that wants to blow up an abortion clinic. I don't want you to put that on him.
I'll take
I want to put that language. Okay.
I'll take that off him.
Okay,
I'm putting everything else on him.
My man, give me some.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven Center for Home Care, a successful Center for Employment, a Center for Trauma Recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence. Connie's Compassionate Care is a Wisconsin Medicaid Badger Care Plus benefit program designed to help pregnant women retain the support and services needed to have a healthy baby, from medical appointments, transportation, and health education support. So, if you or anyone you know can benefit from our agency, call 414-550-7521 to speak with Lasagna. Connie's Compassionate Care has got you covered.
Truth Nation, let us take a second to brag for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like President Joe Biden.
Black child poverty was cut in half in 2021. We built black wealth, 15 million jobs nationwide, more than 2.5 million for black Americans. Black wealth is up 60% since the pandemic.
Former President Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump.
Guys, we almost had a former president and very likely future president assassinated on live TV. Like, you know what that would have done for this country? You know what that would have made our country look like? We would look like a banana republic.
And Brewers All-Star and former National League MVP Christian Yelich.
Listen, you already know.
Yeah, we got we were just in LA, so we heard our fair share of Kendrick out there in LA. Dodger Stadium has one of the best sound systems in baseball too.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app, listening live on 1017thetruth.com, and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkbylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth 1017. Welcome back. No doubt the Tory Lowe Show. Tory and the Queen are out today on assignment, and yours truly, Doc B, along with Damon LZ. Woo! We all hip hop with Brother Z holding it down as well. Man, it's all hip hop in here today for sure. All music in here today for sure. Speaking of music, the date 8/8/24's 2 things, 2 celebrations. 808, the drum machine, which is behind that track you just heard from Soul for Real, produced by Heavy D, rest in peace, executive producer. And that original beat kind of came from, was inspired by Tribe Called Quest. Check the. Oh, let it hit. Hey. Well, we're going to let that 808 hit. 808, Q-Tip, turn it up. Ali, turn it up. Make the beat 808 go. Rest in peace, Five Dog. Back in the day. Woo, no doubt. All right, y'all. Back to the show. The show has been heated up. We've been going at it, but we still love each other. We like the dog and the coyote in the Bugs Bunny cartoon. We be fighting each other, me and Dame, and then we go to
That's
lunch.
what we do.
August.
That makes for good radio.
That makes for good radio, and it's real, and it shows how black men can discuss, debate, and not pull out the straps or fisticuffs.
Absolutely.
Real talk. I got Black Conscious on the line. You want to talk about this? You want to weigh in on this, sir? Are you blacker than black?
Knowledge, blacker than black because I'm black, y'all. Knowledge of self and self-awareness is what I always say. But, Doc, I respectfully disagree with you on the analogy you
I
gave.
put my fist down. Put my fist down.
Here's why I say that. 3 points, and I'm gonna let y'all get back at it. 3 points. It's funny how they are pro-life, but we still have the death penalty out here.
Woo!
And to what Damien said, now, take, for instance, these individuals who are against abortion and go blow up the clinic, and then there's somebody in there that you murdered. How is that protecting life? So it's a situation where, you know, it's always to what they say, but it's not what they do. Because let them pass some laws that say men over 25 got to get they nip snip.
Vasectomy. All right.
It will be hell on earth. It would be hell on earth. And let's really get down to what this is all about.
Or 2 kids and you get locked up. After 2 kids, you get locked up. Something like that. Yeah, I feel you. The whole reason why this is all, and they're driving this, is because the pink-toed nation race is declining. Because they are the number one advocates. I'm not saying all, but they are the leading advocates in getting abortions and been out throughout the time. Yes, all other races do it. But, you know, they do it the quickest and they do it the most. One, because they have the financial means to do it when they're in this trouble. So it's all like to what you said, Doc, or maybe it was Damien, the white supremacy's pushing this because they know their race is declining. And they're being outnumbered. But again, I have to go back to my first point. If they're so pro-life, then why do we still have the death penalty in play in certain states? And we obviously fund war, even though we're not at war with Russia. We're definitely helping Ukraine to kill. So yeah, I know what you mean. We're not against war. We're not against war when it needs to be.
But that's in the name of peace and democracy. So that's different.
Real talk. Real talk. No doubt. All right, Black Conscious.
Live righteous, Milwaukee.
Respect, man. Every time, baby. You know how we do. Truth 101 for sure. Hey, August is Black History and Business Month. Not Black History Month, but Black Business Month. And the award-winning 1017, The Truth is teaming up with Associated Bank to celebrate the excellence of Black-owned businesses in our community. Together, we are committed to uplifting local organizations and supporting Black businesses. And this is why Carrie Noni Juice, will be spotlighting 4 Black businesses in Milwaukee, and telling about their stories and their successes. Also, do not forget to go to blackbusinessgiveback.com. I'm going to say that again. Go to blackbusinessgiveback.com for your chance to win 3 months of free advertising on The Truth. Truth Nation, we encourage you to buy Black all month long. Whatever your financial needs are, Associated Bank can help. Member FDIC.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation!
And all our juicy jammers out there.
Make certain that you tap into Jam with Juice each and every day so you can quench your thirst.
That is right. You already know you can sip on us every single day, like Benjamin said, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But that's not all, y'all.
Catch us exclusively on YouTube for our 6 to 7 show.
Yep, only on Thursdays.
Catch Jamming with Juice each and every day on 1017 The Truth.
Now sip on that.
When you work in early childhood education, you know the value of a good head start. And an early childhood educator apprenticeship offers just that to future educators and employers alike. Early childhood educator apprenticeships combine on-the-job training with related instruction that can be completed in 2 years with little to no student debt. Apprentices earn an income and the qualifications to excel in a center, opening a future of possibilities. And employer benefits too, gaining a trained employee they know and trust with qualifications to support another classroom, meaning more classrooms for more kids and more opportunity for your business. Get connected with an apprenticeship training representative to create an apprenticeship program tailored to your business. Put the future in good hands. Learn more about early childhood educator apprenticeships at wisconsinapprenticeship.org. This project is being supported in whole or in part by a grant awarded to the Department of Workforce Development by the U.S. Department of Labor.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place and instead of what you came for, you found a phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. For help with drug use, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/knowtherisks.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm creeping low in a flip-flop drop, top stang, leaning to the left, gold Dayton's on the thing. I'm the MJG, pimp tight, put it to the flow, 5-0, swing her right in the peanut butter guts. It's a must. Drop it in the shop, take them out, wrap them up in a tent. Clear coast to make it shine. Make me circle through the neighborhood 55 times with my gas tank full. Drink a bull, fall up in the park after dog try to pull me a young stout woman. Something pretty, nice round hips with them well shaped. These as the sun goes down. I'm getting dirty, fall up in pressure word, get cleaned in the
Tastes like candy.
Hey, you got to be a certain age to understand that.
True. 1017 live from the American Family Insurance Studio downtown in the heart of the 414 downtown. Damon Ilse.
Yes, sir.
On half of the old school group, Black Elephant, doing their thing, man. Y'all got a reunion coming up or something like that?
Can we talk about some things? We discussing some things. So
all right. I'm
just
sorry.
happen to listen right now. It may. Keep your eyes and your ears open.
I hung out with you in Element when my girl came from formerly a Salt and Pepper, was a Spinderella.
Right.
When she came, y'all look pretty good on stage together. Bro.
Yeah, we've been discussing some things, so it may occur. My man Verb is back in town now, and he's working at UWM. So shout out to him. Shout out to Element, shout out to Blank, shout out to everybody. So it may occur.
All right, no doubt. And that birth Cigarette Break, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever seen Cigarette Break play, that's who they were playing with first. That was the band.
Yes,
that was the Roots. That was the Fugees of Milwaukee already doing their thing. They was in their own lane. I didn't even know. Speaking of Truth, though, let's get back to Truth. Truth 1017, Truth Street Team, sponsored by UW Credit Union. I love those banks, but I love those credit unions, by the way. It's coming to an event near you. Join the Truth Wednesday, 5 to 8 at Washington Park. For Washington Park Wednesdays, there's food, games, and plenty of entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Also, join the Truth this Saturday coming up. United Negro College Fun Walk Run starting at 8 a.m. at Veterans Park in downtown Milwaukee. This event will help raise money to provide black students with scholarships to attend college. The 1017, the Truth Street Team is sponsored by UW Credit Union. They are here for every you. All right, getting back to our last caller. Our last caller on the subject of abortion. Kemet, no doubt. What it do, boss? 101.
What's going on, Doc?
Man, you know how we do it, boss. Another music man. It's hard to get away from the music. He's like, hey, stay away from the music. It's hard. It's hard. we breathe it. You breathe. They don't know.
You know I'm ready to weigh in, man.
Weigh in, sir.
Brother.
What you got to
Brother
say?
LZ.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
Listen, Listen. I'm good, man, but it's so confusing. First of all, the argument, piece by piece, real quick. The straw man argument of talking about a man getting a vasectomy is silly because we're talking about the actual proper argument would be if a man was not allowed to get a vasectomy. That would be the proper context. Everybody's out of context talking about a man, applying that to abortion. Abortion is a right for a woman, that right being taken away. So you got to get your arguments together. That doesn't make any sense talking about, the government and vasectomies. That has nothing to do with anything, man.
Explain
and
what
then
you're saying.
also,
I don't get what you're saying, though.
What I'm saying to you is that when I hear people say things such as like, go get a vasectomy, right? And you're equating that with abortion, right? Why don't the man go get a vasectomy, right? How does that correspond with a woman and someone taking away her right to abortion?
I think it's
how does those two go together?
Controlling the body.
It's control of your right to give birth. Your right, because that would be the man's equivalent is ejaculation.
The man's equivalent. No, brother.
You asked the question. I'm trying to answer it. Now that would be the man's.
I'm really not asking you a question. You asked me a question. You asked.
Well, you said it.
Okay. You started talking and you said.
I said it didn't make sense.
You said it don't make sense. What's the equivalence? And I'm giving you the equivalence right now. I'm explaining.
Give me the equivalent right now. Let's do it.
I'm explaining it to you right now. Is that the man is that's his only way of giving birth. A man can't have birth inside of him, so his only way of giving birth is to ejaculate inside of a woman and plant a seed and do that. So the equivalation is if you're going to stop that woman from giving birth, then we need to stop that man from giving birth as well, and that is the equivalation of him giving birth is the same as her giving
or contributing to giving birth.
That's all it is. It's both of them are contributing.
Okay, so I'm not gonna waste time on that. So let's move to this real quick. Noni says something, and here's the thing about that, brother. We have daughters, we have sons, and that argument, when you talk about the argument of abortion, those who are, I'm against the death penalty also, but I'm against abortion also. So that's a ridiculous argument. And then 40% of women in this country are against abortion also. So the whole thing that it's only white men, and I do agree that white people put this in place for us and it backfired on them. That's why for every 3 people that die, white people that die, only 1 child is being born. It's a negative birth rate. So that does come into play. But it's ridiculous to sit here and say the argument is that a man can't speak on things that relate to women when we are both together. Men and women come together, and I have daughters, so it does. Does it create a health risk having abortions? Yes, it does. It's a health risk to that. So we do have the right to do it. And let's not sit here and play this game of the game of like, you're so outraged, brother. You sitting there like you so outraged because someone doesn't want abortion on the table, someone dislikes abortion. Come on, brother, that's illogical.
That's the problem with your theory and the way that you're talking right now. You're gonna speak for me and tell me what I'm outraged with, the same way that you're gonna speak for that woman and tell her what she gonna do with her body. Your problem is you have a control issue. That's your problem. And you want to control everything somebody else does. So you're going to tell me I'm not outraged? Yes, sir, I am outraged. I'm outraged at the fact that men are going to tell women what they're going to do with their body. And throughout history, men have always controlled women. And throughout history, the white man has always controlled the black man as well. So it's an old control thing. And that's all it is. All right.
We'll be back after these. I have a solution. I'll say it when we get back, and we'll wrap this up. And
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
What's good, y'all? This is 1017 The Truth's Telly Hughes, and I am Milwaukee. The goal of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is to provide a platform for citizens of Milwaukee and Truth Nation to have their voices heard about concerns that have daily, direct impact. So join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
An unsuspecting driver at a Milwaukee barbershop.
I got an apprentice here shadowing me. I'll put this hot towel on, man. About a good 3 minutes, all right?
The apprentice is Donald Driver.
So when you come here, you drive?
Yes.
Your car got seatbelts?
Yeah.
You wear them?
No.
Okay, but why not?
Because I don't want to.
But do you know you can get a ticket for that? Mm-hmm. I'm going to give you a ticket. Bet you wish you buckle up now.
Oh, my God.
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Take it, click it. There we go. Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways. Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
Attention Milwaukee County residents. Are you prepared for the unexpected? From sudden storms to unforeseen emergencies, readiness is key. Take charge of your safety with a family emergency plan and an essential emergency kit. Stay informed and connected during emergencies. For tips and resources, visit us online or contact the Milwaukee County Office of Emergency Management. Prepare now, stay safe, and build a resilient community together. Because readiness starts with you.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7, the truth, baby. Can you think of a better name of a radio station? Truth 101.7, Black Talk Radio. But everybody's invited to the table. Come on in. Yours truly, Doc B, filling in. Coming off the bench, trying to get a triple-double for the man. He said the king of talk radio, huh? No doubt. Tory Lowe, 1 to 4. Hey. And the queen, Liz. You guys do it. And I got my man to my left, your right. Doing it right. Dang.
Yeah, and y'all be sure y'all join the conversation on the Truth of Talk and the text line at 833-212-1017. Make sure you watch and stream us live on YouTube at 101.7 The Truth as well. So join in on the conversation. We've been having a lively conversation. I'm
all right. I want to wrap it up with my thought. You want to wrap it with yours? You want one with you, or you want? All right. So here's my solution to the abortion theory. You're probably not going to like it because it's going to shock you at first, but I want you to bring it in. I want to stop abortions other than when they are incest, rape, or a threat to the mother's life. And what I want to do in its place, and whether you want to chip in or not, you putting in on this. We're going to all put in on this. We're going, with the government's help, we're going to make sure that the mom has the best health care, that the child is brought to term, and that the job that she has, if she has one, she is guaranteed that job back, and we will go into a foster/adoption system that will be better. I had a big argument with my better half over that and where will we get the money. And I said, give me 2 seconds. And she said, why you always think? I said, because I like to think things out. And within the 2 weeks, we gave $41 billion to Ukraine. And my point I came back with, when we want to do something, we got the money for it. The United States, when they want to get it done, they will get it done. We want to go to the moon. We want to get whatever. We want satellites. We want to do whatever. We want to build a stealth missile, a stealth plane. We want to get it done, but we don't want to get the kids taken care of. We don't seem to want to do that. We talk a good game, but we don't do it. And I think if we did that, and we got the fathers on board as well to say if they wanted to have the kid or adopt the kid, the mom could sign over the rights. But she wouldn't have to, she would, of course, would still have to worry about the birth and things of that nature, because anything can happen. Nothing's guaranteed. But with the right health care and the right bringing the baby to term, at least everyone has a chance in that matter, and under the way I would like to do it. You got it.
I hear you.
Is that at least a fair solution?
No, but I hear you.
It's not. That's not even a fair solution.
It's a good try. It's a try. It's a step in the right direction. I think that still, because you just took the way you said, okay, she can have it if we determine that her health is at risk. If we determine that she was raped or incest, it's still taking away her right to choose. And as long as that's not there fully, then I can't agree. Now the other stuff, the plans and all of that stuff to after the baby is born, cool. Yeah, I'm with that. But it has to start with her right to be able to choose as a woman. That's just how I feel.
Okay, I respect that. I respect the dad and the life of the baby as well, though. I think she has the most choice. I just think that they have at least a percentage in it. Those other two people. Well, the baby isn't the people yet, according to you. But we said we was going to move on, right?
We said we was going to move on.
All right.
I don't think the man has nothing to say until it's out the body. It's her body. So it's feeding off of her. It's living
he
off
can have
of
a
her.
conversation with her.
He can have a conversation with her, but he can't make her do anything.
I said
he can't come and say, "Oh, this baby is 50% mine." No, because you're not
until it come out.
You're not paying for
When
this.
it come out, the child support court come and say something to him.
Child support. You keep saying child support.
What if she don't even say? What if she don't even tell him
about child support? Child support don't come till after the baby is born.
Right, but
and if you don't want to pay child support, then be with that woman. Then
you should have acted right.
Be with that woman.
It's your fault.
Come on, Ma. You know I got a wife.
Well,
you didn't even know that
shouldn't have been doing the things you was doing.
Well,
let's leave it alone.
Where I get that from? Where'd I get that from? Where's that line from? It's DMX, baby.
DMX.
All right. Since Adam and Eve. What? All right. Our vice president, soon to be president in the eyes of some, has been getting busy. Both fundraising and speaking in public. Kamala Harris. Is it Kamala? Is it Kamala?
It's Kamala.
Is it Kamala? Okay. I need that. Okay. I don't like that.
I won't be disrespectful and say her name wrong.
Okay, I appreciate it.
It's Kamala.
Divine.
But she was which one? Which clip are you gonna play? You're gonna play the Trump one or the shooting down the protesters? The shouting down.
I found she was shooting down the protesters.
The shouting down the protesters. So what we have to understand is let's set this up. Let's set it up. Well, Kamala Harris is at her rally. There's protesters that are protesting what's going on in Palestine and Israel and in Gaza, right? They're protesting this. And in her statement, the way she says it to me is almost like, and that's the problem that I've been having, because I'm going to be full out. I'm not a Kamala supporter.
I don't know
but I'm not going to talk bad about her.
I just don't know what she's been doing.
I'm not.
It's like DJ Khaled. I don't really know what he does.
Right. I'm not going to be
other than yell his name.
He gets everybody in the room.
I'm not going to do.
Oh, he gets everybody in the room. He invited everybody to the session, to the studio session.
But what I will do is I'm gonna let my man play it. You play the link, and we'll talk about it. Let's see what. And I'll just
Palestine, Israel.
Look, if he is elected, Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Now see,
wait. You just spoke on Brother C just did something beautiful that I should have been doing. We are also on YouTube. All right, subscribe to Truth 1017 on YouTube. You can watch us live or go back and watch us on demand, or the Truth app, or the TuneIn Radio app. I love that TuneIn Radio app, by the way. The Truth app, you can listen to all of us 24/7. All right, and on demand.
Now let me just speak on my issue with what happened there. It's always just because we are critical of someone and the points that they're making, and guys of these people that are protesting, they have a right to protest. They have a right to say what they're going to say. She could have handled that any different ways. To say that because they are protesting her and protesting her stance on the genocide that is taking place in Israel and protesting what she's been doing and her administration that will come asking, what are you going to do about this? And to say just because they are talking against that, to say that now you want Trump to win is ridiculous. That places everybody that's critiquing you or has criticism of you in a boat that now if I'm criticizing you, I must want Trump to win. No, I'm not. I don't want Trump to win. I want you to tell me what you're going to do. I want to put pressure on you to make you be right. You know,
earn your spot.
Earn your spot.
Not because somebody forfeited the spot.
Do it. Let me know what you're going to do.
Not because we don't like him.
Let me know what you're going to do.
More than we don't like him or hate him.
And we've been there before.
We want to like you for real.
We've been
and we want to back you. Not more than like you. We want to support and respect you and your view, your plan for us. What is your vision? What is your outlook?
In 2016, we had. When Hillary Clinton ran, her whole thing was, I'm not Trump, pretty much.
Please don't like him. Please don't like him. What Jay-Z said? Yeah. Please don't like him.
I'm not Trump. So you saw where that went. We can't do that again in 2024. We can't have it just be, I'm not Trump. I'm
not Joe. And I'm not Joe.
You have people have valid concerns about Kamala Harris and her records and the things that she's done in the past and what she's going to do moving forward. These are valid concerns. And unless she answers those questions, she won't be able to energize the people like she needs to be able to win. And I go back to this clip to state that shutting down protesters like that is not the way to win what you're trying to do, especially in Michigan that has the highest Muslim population in all of the country. They're large. You're gonna talk to them like that in Michigan, and you need Michigan to win.
Are you out of your damn mind?
That's not smart. That's not smart politics. Just
congratulations.
That's not smart. The way she should have handled it, or maybe should have thought, was said, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. And we're gonna have a conversation about that. But right now I'm talking about this. But I hear you and I respect your point of view. And I hear what you're saying, and I'm going to take my administration is going to move further. She could have used that and said my administration is going to move further than Joe Biden's administration on this issue. Whether she would have done it or whether she wouldn't have done it doesn't matter.
All right.
There is a way that she could have respectfully done that and handled that situation. That way, that right there is more Trump-esque than it is Obama-esque.
That's right.
You know, Obama wouldn't have handled that way. He wouldn't have bullied them into saying, I'm talking now, or shut up, I'm talking. He would have respected them as protesters and allowed them to say what they needed to say, and then told them, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I sympathize with what you're saying. We're on the same side.
Yes, we can do this.
We can do this. We can, and she could have even said, we can make a two-state system. I've offered that up. I've offered up all of this other stuff. I'm gonna work towards that.
That Palestine thing is so deep, man.
But I'm not even going into that. I'm just going into the way that she handled it.
You're right. Thank you.
I'm just going into the way.
Keep me focused, because it's hard not to even do it, man. That's the Hatfields and McCoys, ain't it? What came first, the chicken or the egg, right? What came first, the chicken or the egg? This is not about whether Palestine is right or Israel is right. This is about how she's handling.
Now let's compare the way that she handled these protesters as opposed to the way that she handled another clip where they're screaming, lock him up, lock him up, lock up Trump.
About Trump and his 34.
She handled that perfectly. You know, let's
hear that
real quick.
At this Harris rally, multiple moments where this has happened now, where it's the chants that were familiar from Donald Trump in 2016, the lock her up chants, and now it is a lock him up chant whenever they are talking about Trump's crimes, the fact that he's a convicted felon. But how Harris handled this moment really stood out to me. She's done this 3 times now. Watch this.
Hold on. You know what? Here, hold on. Here's the thing. The courts are going to handle that. We're going to beat them in November. You know what? The courts are going to handle that part of it. What we're going to do is beat them in November. Hold on. This campaign, our campaign, is not just a fight against Donald Trump. Our campaign, this campaign, is a fight for the future.
Is that how she should be handling that? Do you think that's the right move?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, there's a couple of reasons why it is.
Well,
First
I hear
of
the
all,
rest of that. You can cut that off.
It is presidential. That's leaderly.
absolutely.
You know,
who's white?
showing a sane head.
Is that the vice president? Is that the vice president? Is that going to be the vice president? She's running.
How Harris
I don't know.
That's the vice.
this moment.
Who's the? Oh, the dude.
Walker's the king of the one-liners, even more than Trump. But I agree with the way that she handled that. That was perfect. That was politically perfect. As a political operative, that was perfect. The way that she handled that. No, we're going to let the courts handle that because you don't want to stoop to their level. But then when on the other end, when the protesters are yelling, you're going to tell them, shut up. I'm talking. Not physically, she didn't say shut up, but she said, I'm talking. And unless you want to vote for, if you're for Trump, just say you for Trump.
It wasn't Busta Rhymes, but it was Busta Rhymish.
Right.
You just want Busta. Put them phones down.
Trump, then say you for Trump. That's not at all what they were saying. And again, to say that if I criticize you and want the best from you, that I'm for Trump, is crazy. It's crazy. And
you want your dinner? You want your dinner? All right then.
And it goes back. It goes back to our reliance on this two-party system that we have, where we are forced over and over again to pick the lesser of two evils, where Donald Trump is super evil, but Kamala may be a little shady, but she's the lesser of two evils. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this isn't the first time, so don't say, oh, I'm just doing it because she's a black woman. Or, no, I said it in 2020 with Biden. I said it in 2016 with Hillary Clinton.
Real talk.
You know? Lesser of two evils, we don't get anywhere. We don't get anywhere. Black people always lose when we are forced to choose the lesser of two evils.
And Hillary was qualified. She was qualified. She just was the. She put her thumb on the scale.
The lesser of two.
Then they leaked the. Did they run? What's my man from Virginia? What's my man with the white hair? Who was running against him in 2 seats? He's an independent. He's Democratic, but he's not Democratic.
Oh, you talking about old boys from
Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders. Yeah, they leaked the questions when they was against him, but then we won't go off on that tangent.
That's neither here nor there. And like you said, we won't go off on a tangent. But what I'm saying is, the two-party system has left us always choosing the lesser of two evils, and it always leaves black people on the bottom of the totem pole. And until black people realize whether the candidate is black or white, as long as it's coming from this two-party system, we're always going to get left out. And people say, Damien, you say that, but what are you talking about? What do you mean? All right, let's go back.
I got a call on the line, but you keep going. Keep going.
There was the George Floyd bill. The George Floyd bill, 2021, 2022, whenever that happened. George Floyd bill. The Democrats had the presidency. The Democrat had the House. They had the Senate for a brief amount of time. If y'all remember, they had both of them.
Okay.
That bill didn't pass because Democrats didn't want to support it. So at the end of the day, black people lost. Even when Democrats had full control. They always blame the Republicans blocking stuff and this, that, and the other. They had full control. And black people still lost. That's all I got to say. Take the call.
We're going to the Truth 101 line. That's 833-212-1017. I got Kamala. Is that Kamala? Miss Vice President, is that you?
No, that's June.
No, that's June.
Our comments are on.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, my fault. It's my second time driving, so I'm reading the wrong thing. The subject is Kamala. Okay, that's June. What's up, boss?
Yeah. So
how you doing, Jim?
My question is, so what are we doing now? Like nitpicking everything that this lady, is saying and picking out what she should and shouldn't be saying? Are we doing the same thing with Trump?
Absolutely.
Nitpicking and picking out what he's saying and what he's not saying. Okay, she okay, you didn't like what she said, but she said some good things too. So why don't we try to, and I always say this, like I always say, sometimes we are our own worst enemies. Harping on things that's really not that wasn't that important. That wasn't that big of a deal to me. And I think she did handle it correctly because there was disrespectful, interrupting her. And I would say that she should be talking more about what she's going to do. I do agree with that. That she should be talking more about what she's going to do, how she's going to handle things, versus talking about Trump. Now, I do agree with that. But every now and again, you do have to go there. She is going to have to go there. It's kind of like a balancing act. It's like knowing when to shoot your shot, knowing when to, kind of pull back.
Great point.
But she is going to have to do both. She is going to have to do both.
You sound a little bit like they were with Obama, though. We didn't want to touch the Messiah. Are you sure it's just because of that? Are you sure it's not more? You don't want us to touch her?
Obama was kind of like laid back. What did you ask me?
No, I'm asking you, because people didn't want us to criticize them. They got mad at they got mad at people who criticized them.
No, I understand that, but let's pick and choose what we're going to talk about and what we're going to do. If you're going to go there, have something significant enough, for us to have to, for us to discuss. I don't think her telling somebody, that kind of was kind of raw, but I don't want to just
it was wrong, but it wasn't.
Pick on that.
Okay, got you.
Right, it wasn't that significant like that to me. That's to me. But everybody has their opinion. I'm not trying to knock anybody's opinion.
That's what we want. That's what we want. Truth Nation.
Your opinion is valid, and what we have to understand is that, and your opinion is very valid, and we respect you for calling in and speaking your opinion so respectfully. What we have to decide is it's not nitpicking though. These are people that have put themselves in the public eye. We are calling them to make sure that they
doing it last minute. I mean, it's here. Minute. It ain't like we got a year to think about it.
So
we got a couple months.
We have the right to ask her about her prosecuting record. We have the right to ask her about her stance on the Middle East. We have the right to ask her these questions. And the way that she responds is a true symbol and symbolizes the way that she's going to respond to those types of questions in the future. So it's like you're dating. It's like when you're dating somebody and you get red flags. Are you nitpicking then? Are you nitpicking when you see these red flags and you're like, you kind of just did something that I don't jive with that. That was something.
Real talk.
That's red flags. But we're picking somebody to run the free world, to be the most powerful person on the planet.
For sure.
Obviously, we don't want Donald Trump.
Mona and Tony, we're going to come back to you.
If we want Kamala, we have to make sure she's on point.
All right, we'll be right back after these. Mona and Tony, please still hang on. Truth, 1017, Doc B, Damon Elsley.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's Sherwin Hughes, and I want you to join the Truth team at our free and open to the public second annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School. There will be live music, free haircuts for the kids, free backpacks filled with school supplies, and delicious food. We can't wait to see you on Saturday, August 17th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. for our second annual Truth Family Fest at Riverside High School. The Truth Family Fest is presented by Associated Bank. Your money works here.
The Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, we're talking about up to $5 million, which for small business owners, we need that. That's like payroll, that's resources. So can you just let us know what is the program and why is this lending program so important to Old National Bank?
Years ago, our CEO, Jim Ryan, this program is his brainchild. He was working with Roland Shelton, who you know Denise out of Evansville, and they identified that African-American business owners, Hispanic business owners, Native American business owners, as well as women business owners had a difficult time in obtaining financing financing from the traditional credit partners. And so we went out, created a program, launched it last year, 2023. And so far last year, we have helped over 100 successful minority and women-owned businesses with about $25 million in loans. We've already started this year with almost $8 million in approvals, again, geared toward minority business owners and women business owners that normally had difficulties in obtaining traditional credit finance.
1017 The Truth, Sherwin Hughes for Axe Housing. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. If you work with Axe Housing, you'll average around $800 a month. No matter what barriers you think you are facing, Axe Housing will have a coach on staff that can assist you today. You can get started on a virtual home buying orientation by going to axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. And you can be well on your way to becoming a homeowner. Do not let where you are financially today get in the way of your bright future. Axe coaches are here to help. That's axehousing.org.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know whether it's a new home or a new car. You've worked hard to achieve your dreams, and we work hard to protect them so you can enjoy the utmost peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Community Life Skills Center and Counseling Services, they believe everyone deserves access to support, regardless of insurance status. Whether you're seeking guidance in spiritual matters, battling substance abuse, or overcoming trauma, they offer a safe space to heal. From family counseling to navigating grief, domestic violence to fostering healthy relationships, their diverse services cater to your needs. But they're more than just counselors. They're educators too. So reach out to them at 414-226-5604. Your breakthrough is just around the corner.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The date is 8/08/24. 2 holidays for us, urban-wise. It's the 808 for the music people that love the 808 drum, 808 and the heartbreaks in the background. For sure, I see you, baby. Kanye, no doubt. And it's also Kobe Bryant's jersey numbers, 8 and 24. No doubt, love, man. Lakers season. Laker Nation, what up? Rest in peace. You saw I don't know if you saw the statue of him and his daughter. It's pretty slick. Pretty slick.
As we're talking about basketball, I want to give an update. The U.S. American men team is down 11 points to Serbia in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
If they lose this game, that would be one of the greatest upsets in. I know they've lost before, but it was always an excuse. This team didn't have this person. They got all the stars. And if they lose to Serbia and Joker, that would be one of the biggest upsets. And so I was watching it on my phone. If y'all watching YouTube and I'm looking down, I'm watching it. I'm going to cut it off because it's making me upset. And Doc B said I'm going off on people. So let me stop and be nicer to people.
You being angry.
I'm being angry.
You the mad rapper? You being the mad rapper?
I'm being angry.
Come on, son.
Right
Come on, son.
That's what my chat call me, Angry Dame, when I get like this. So I'm going to relax and not be Angry Dame. I'm going to cut the game off, and I'm just going to,
okay,
be more nice.
I got you.
Smile.
We're going to send you the anger management class.
Yes.
All right. Mona, what's good? You on 101.
Hey.
Hey, what's up now? Thank you for being patient.
Be nice to me. Yeah, no problem. Be nice to me. Happy 808 Day.
Hey, yes, man. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Respect.
All right, so the previous caller, I agree with a lot of what she said. And then I heard your feedback after it was over. And you mentioned something about her being, the leader of the free world, potentially the leader of the free world, which you need to have, of course, an assertive personality, because you're going to be dealing with other leaders around the world, governors around the country, so on and so forth. Also, when I was listening to the clips, the person that she kind of snapped at a little bit, I guess you would say, was heckling her. She was talking. That person was talking while she was talking. When I heard the chants of lock 'em up, it sounded like a response to something that she said. And then she was just basically, okay, I want to continue. Okay. I didn't hear any interruptions. I was talking to my husband when we were listening to the clips, and it reminded me of hecklers when you go to a comedy show. Let her finish her point. And of course, we want to know what your stance is, how you're going to handle these situations. But if you're protesting against, and it shouldn't matter if you're for or against, you should be able to ask whatever questions you need to ask. Mm-hmm. Let her finish her point first. I didn't really hear that with the ones that were supporting her. I don't know if I heard it incorrectly, but and she's a woman, so that's another strike against her. So she has to fight that, because I've been hearing a lot of people against her, and some of the reasons I've been hearing, in my opinion, don't sound real legit. I don't know if people are uncomfortable because she's a woman, because she's a woman of color running for, but you have to have an assertive personality to have that position, you know.
I don't know if I agree with you, but I love the way you speaking though. You speaking well. That's the way. Yeah, I love the way you articulate your points though.
What do you disagree with?
Let me catch this, Doc.
Yeah,
I disagree. I disagree that the reason the Trump lock 'em up that was interrupting her, but she handled it in a way that was more smooth, and she could have told them, no, we're not gonna say that. Y'all shut up. That could have been one way that she could have handled it, but she handled it more smooth. And they were interrupting her when she was saying it. The protesters, because she looked at them as adversaries instead of embracing everyone, whether they're protesting, whether they're cheering for me, whatever it is, we're in this together, and I have to respect your point of view. It wasn't the way that she handled it, but it was also what she said when she handled it, is that if you're just for Trump because you're interrupting me, then just go ahead and say it. When that's not the case. Protesters are going to protest, and they're going to always be protesters. You're not going to always be able to shout them down and handle them. You have to figure out a way to handle these protesters in a way that is respectful to them, and a way that is respectful to everyone else that is listening, that is home, that may feel the same way as these protesters. When she handles those protesters like that, and I'm just being a political strategist here, when she handles those protesters like that, she runs the risk of losing that portion of the population that may feel very strongly on that issue, and because she's handled them that way.
And it's a Trump move. That's the kind of move Trump would make.
Yeah, we get on Trump for doing stuff like that, and he shouldn't be doing stuff like that. Even though I
find him hilarious,
he shouldn't be shouting people down.
It's not presidential. It's not presidential.
And trying to check people and do stuff like that. But
yeah,
this is where we are, and those people that were protesters, whether they agree with her or not, they're still American citizens. They're still voters. They're still potential voters. And the way that she handled them is almost like, forget y'all out of here.
Dame, I got one question. I want you to look at the man in the mirror. What about when she said, because she's a woman, you would hold her to a different standard than a man? Could that be possible?
No. Okay. I hold her to the same standard that I would hold
anyone.
And if you know me, I was raised by women. And that's like saying I got black friends. I understand that, but I was raised by women, strong women, and some of my best friends are black. I think a woman.
Tony, hold on, boss. Tony, hold on.
I think a woman can do anything a man can do, and in most cases, a woman can do it better.
Tony from Tulsa, thank you for waiting. You were on The Truth 1017.
No problem. How are you guys doing today?
Respect, man. I'm hanging in there. Trying to elevate.
All right, so I got you. I hear you. So I wanted to chime in on this. And the last caller, she said that she hasn't heard any reasons why not to vote for Kamala. And what I feel like is most people don't know who she is just because they forgot about 2020 when she was actually running. Remember, she was the first candidate to actually drop out because she didn't have the support there before the primaries.
He didn't ding you.
The other thing is,
I'm going to ding that. Ding.
That's for real.
That's real.
Oh man, she attacked.
You got me watching the game now, Dame.
She was attacking. She attacked Joe Biden like, that's you, Joe, to put me on that bus when I was a little girl. I remember that heavily. But go ahead.
And you, no, you good. And you remember that whole thing. Oh, that was me. even though that was a lie. You grew up in Canada. You went from grade school through high school in Canada. What busing affected you from the U.S. and Canada? So that's number one. She definitely lied about that. The other thing is when she was a prosecutor, when she had the ability to change the criminal justice system, and she was just another puppet of the Joe Biden crime bills to make sure we live heavy-handed on people of color. Well, I ain't even gonna say people of color, black people. So she did that. So she was also allowing, when prisoners were serving their time, when their time was up, she was keeping them in prison so they can do the firefighting and stuff like that in the state of California. And the other thing is, she also, when there was evidence to free several black men, that she was not willing to allow that evidence in till she had to be pressured from a judge to allow that in. A man named Jamal Truelove lost 6 years of his life in prison because of her, specifically because of her. And in addition to that, remember when she said, no, I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people. It said all tide lifts all boats thing to me. Now, this doesn't happen for any other community but ours. And so people are like, oh, well, you must be for Trump. No, we already know one side isn't going to come for our vote. So I'm focusing on the people that are trying to conjure our vote, and they're not doing anything for us. Look at our city now, and you see it, how it is. Who runs it? Oh, I forgot. Robin Voss, that one guy that always try to put up as the token guy. No, that's not the case. This is run by the taxes went up through the process of the Democrats, right? The vehicle, the wheel tax, the state tax, the also paying more for the school buildings and things of that sort. That all went up, and they just got a raise. That wasn't Robin Voss that did that.
All right, let's focus on Kamala. I hear what you're saying.
That was heavy though.
I hear what you're saying.
And we got to go to break soon too. But
we got to go to break soon. But I hear what you're saying. But let's bring it home. Let's wrap that up. What he was saying, and I think what he was saying is, I hear what you're saying, and what you're saying is you're kind of also agreeing with me in that, you know, our critique of Kamala is not based upon anything that's frivolous. It's based upon things that we have found important.
She's a
and
girl.
Things that we think are important and things that speak to one's character. And in the case of Jamal Truelove and there was another case, it may have been that case, but I don't remember the brother's name, where DNA came up and they could test his DNA, and she refused to test the DNA to let that brother out. Now that's just one. That's just one brother, fine. And people keep talking about the weed stuff. I don't care about the weed. I don't care that only 45 people went to jail. That was never one of my issues, was her sending people to jail for weed. Let's focus on these points, that the case that he's talking about, where they had to be forced to let people out of prison because they wanted to lower the prison population, so people that were less violent were supposed to get out of prison. She went to court and fought to keep those people in prison. Now people say, oh, she didn't run the prison system and this, that, and other. That's fine. She did it.
We're talking about intent.
But she also went to court to fight to keep those people in prison. And so that speaks to character. Let's also speak about the crime lab that these are all facts. Let's also speak about the crime lab where she was told years before that the crime lab was doctoring stuff, was messing stuff up, but she still used the information from this crime lab to prosecute people and send people to jail. And then it came out, and then thousands of people, at least 1,000. I ain't gonna say thousands, because when you say thousands, people be like, oh, it was only 999 people. Whatever. A bunch of people got their court cases overturned and got pulled out of prison because of what had been done from her DA's office. So these are things of kind
of, we ain't brought up none of that.
These are valid
Inquirer
points.
Stuff like she slept her way to. We ain't even on that.
We ain't on that.
We ain't even on that. We ain't on that at all.
If Clinton can do what he do, what you do when you not in the public opinion, in the public eye, is your business.
For real talk.
You can't just say she was doing her job when these are things of character. And these are critiques that we need to bring to her and should be able to bring to her without somebody telling us, you voting for Trump.
Damon Elsley. go.
Thank you.
Doc B, we going to break. Let's go. Truth 1017. Don't you go anywhere.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
Breaking news, Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office is investigating the death of 43-year-old Devontae L. Mitchell outside of the Hyatt Regency on Sunday as a homicide. Breaking news, a Milwaukee mother is speaking out after her 17-year-old daughter, Amira Rice, was shot and killed at Milwaukee's Deneen Park. This happened just after midnight on July 22nd. Breaking news, according to a sheriff's office report, Sean Grayson said he shot Sonia Massey after fearing she would throw boiling water at him, which would have caused great bodily harm or death. Breaking news, body cam video shows fatal police shooting of 4-year-old Illinois boy and man holding him hostage. Police responding to a domestic violence call shot a 4-year-old named Terrell Marshawn Miller and his mother's boyfriend. Now that I have your attention, these are families that are more than just a news story. These are families who are hurting. These are families that are searching for justice. As a community, it's our duty to get involved and make sure we do our part to make sure that these families receive the justice that they're searching for. Today, it's their families in the news. Tomorrow is yours. This is why it's important for us to make sure that we stay on the front lines and make sure that we do our part to help change what's going on in our neighborhood. Whether it's police brutality, whether it's senseless violence, whether it's human trafficking, we all can do our part and help each and every family that's affected negatively in our communities get justice.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Corporate America is still trying to figure out what to do about DEI, with a lot of companies paring back or outright scrubbing programs. Firms like Illumin Capital are trying to get more companies to push ahead with DEI for one simple reason. It helps your bottom line.
What we've found is that our investors that represent a number of the largest institutions in the country are really excited to do the work to address these biases because they believe that there's tremendous economic value on the other side of that.
That's Illumin Capital Managing Partner Darren Dotson. The firm is Black-owned and led and hires a lot more women and people from underrepresented groups as decision makers, something Dotson says makes all the difference.
We believe that interrupting these biases and finding these overlooked and underestimated managers will result in continuing to create economic value for our investors.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good. Truth 1017. 1017 The Truth. Black Talk Radio at its best, at its finest.
Yeah, you listening to the Tory Lowe Show. I'm Dame Elsie. We got my man Doc B.
Midwest
Thank you,
Mix.
Tory Lowe, for letting us sit in for you for today while he's out on assignment.
Liz out on biz.
And Liz out on biz, and we've been holding it down. We've been having some great conversations, Doc. We've been having some wonderful conversations. And time just, it's 3:42. We've been up here for 2 hours almost.
Real
we don't
talk.
even feel like it. Because you my brother, and we connect and we vibe, brother.
Respect.
Sagittarius, brother.
All right.
Sagittarius.
Oh, we one of the twins activate?
One of the twins activate. Quick update. USA men's team is now up 5.
Yeah, Katie just went kind of crazy. He put them clamps on them, and he made them do an over and back.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sometimes they play deep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
KD to the rescue and Curry to the rescue. Up 5. Right? They still up 5? With how much time left now?
132.
132 up 5 with the ball.
Yup.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Can't do it without the Lakers though.
It's a wrap.
Can't do it without the LA Lakers.
And you know, I'm quick to not stand for the the national anthem.
You don't what? You don't put the hand over the heart?
Man, hell no. I'm quick to not do none of that stuff.
Ain't you an American?
But listen,
ain't you an American?
When my brothers is on that court,
you just gonna ignore me? You just gonna ignore me?
I'm American, yes. But let me finish my statement.
Okay, please.
What has America done for me? That don't mean that's my form of protest. Listen, but when my brothers is on that
like
court,
slavery, it gave you skills.
We all Americans. We all, because them brothers represent us. They represent us to the world. And when they on that court, that's all we. No matter what you do, even the most black nationalist person in the world is somewhere right now rooting for Durant and LeBron to take on the world, because they come from our streets, they come from our hoods, they represent us on that stage. That's all I want to say.
Simone
Biles represents us.
All right, thank you for waiting. G, put a G on it. Oh, okay, all right now. What up, G?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, you guys are like the callers kind of been. How y'all doing today? You guys kind of been all over the place. So I know I only got like a minute or whatever, but
okay.
I don't know where to make my comments, because the one gentleman who spoke about the George Floyd bill, I think it passed the House and got held up in the Senate. You said it was democratically controlled. I think it's a little more complicated than that. That's just my opinion.
Explain to me how so it's more complicated.
Well, because some of the Democrats were Democrats were kind of, some of them were moderate. Not that that's an excuse. Some of them, I'm not saying anything is an excuse, but some of them were afraid to lose their seat if they voted for it. I think it's a little more complicated than that.
More complicated.
If I'm right.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not more complicated than Republicans having. We always say Democrats always blame Republicans for bills not being passed. They had control of the House, they had control of the Senate, and the bill was not passed. We cannot give them a pass and let them say, "Oh,
the problem is the Republicans didn't support it at all.
They don't have to.
Okay, that's my point.
Numbers. If I have the numbers,
well, they should. It's not the Policing Act bill. They didn't support that either.
It don't have to.
So that makes a big difference. They do.
You gotta let G finish.
It's not about. See, that shouldn't be about. It shouldn't be about Democratic and Republican. It should be about doing the right thing. That's my argument. Okay, they always are against. They're the party of no. And then the comment somebody made about Democratic cities. I don't care. Donald Trump 2020 was he was the president, correct?
Right.
And some people say he did a horrible job. Some people said he did a poor job. Black. It was at an all-time high. I don't believe that, but it still looks the same. My neighborhood still looks the same. And in 2020, he was president. Mm-hmm. So our communities, I just want you guys to know, it's not going to change until we, as black people, we have to pick up the reins and make a change ourselves.
Okay. All right, G. All right, let's go to Miss Sandra. Miss Sandra, you are on the Truth 1017. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
All right, I'm all right now. I'm in the driver's seat. Doc B, what's good?
I see. Oh, wow. I was just listening, and I mean, you all are fired up. But I just wanted
G
to
said we was all over the place. I think we've been making good points, but G said I was all over the place. But go ahead. No, yeah, we're
I jotted down. Sometimes when you speak, you have to jot down the different things that you're saying, so what direction you want to go in. But see, when you speak of certain things, I try to look it up. So I was looking up this thing with Congress and passing that George Floyd bill.
I love that.
Well, they said that They've been trying to pass that for years, and they can't get it passed. And they said Kevin McCarthy will hold it up. Now, he's supposed to be a moderate. So I think sometimes we have people that's in there that's not truly Democrat, the moderates. So that's what swayed probably some of the voting. And the thing is, and I talk about my area anyways because I sit in the Central City, and I talk about the depletion of it. But this go way back from the depletion of it. This was all by design. You can see it and you can read about it. See, all of this is in the textbook. And they said our state governments, these the ones we got to attack. Because they're the ones in the background passing all the, like the money and stuff so we can get the money. Then they give the money what we should have. They give it to people living in the suburbs and stuff. And they just kick us to the curb because we vote Democrat. But they tell us, we're Republican, we ain't going to give you nothing. Look at Project 2025.
Would you consider voting Republican? Would you consider voting Republican?
Well, if they do the right thing, I don't like the greed in it. I said politics is so greedy, I cannot stand it. Right. Because you have to have money in order to get somebody in there you need, and you got to pay attention to make sure they're going to do what you need.
What's my man with the? What's my man with the hair up in the air? That used to be with Tavis Smiley, that's running for president himself. He's been trying to
Cornel West.
We don't even talk about him. He's not even in the discussion. No. So yeah, but I feel you. I feel you, Miss Sandra. Thank you for calling. The Town was good. You on Truth 1017 Truth. What's up, Town?
What up, though? What up, Doc B? I see you, boy. I see you.
Respect, baby. Respect.
For sure. Hey, for real, man, like, dude, a couple callers before, man, I'm getting tired of people, us people like that. Every time that we trying to give somebody the tough questions, then they go to something else. Now, FYI, I ain't gonna say I'm a Democrat, but I'm going for what's the name for Harris, because the other one is like Trump. Trump is what they call a clear and present danger to the safe and the security of the United States of America. You can't get past that.
I think you might be right, boss. I think you might be right on that.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that. But that don't mean
she
that
gets
I
a clear pass.
Ask the tough questions.
Right.
The tough questions of the Democrats, though.
Right.
Because the Democrats supposed to be the good guys in this situation. That's how they supposed to be. You know, and certain things they be doing, it make me make a pause for their cause. But that's better than Republicans, because Republicans ain't gonna give you jack.
You gotta get it yourself out the mud.
Lesser of two evils again, though.
Real talk. And then make the rules so hard, it's hard for you to do it. Mm-hmm. In order to run a business legitimately in Wisconsin, man, when they say Wisconsin's open for business, I smirk. Because I know what it is to try and run a business and the kind of things they put you through. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you go anywhere. We're almost done, but it's not a wrap. Plus, we got Dr. Ken on deck. Let's take a break. Truth 1017.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
Tomorrow's business leaders are in our classrooms today. With our exciting programs in business, Junior Achievement of Wisconsin ignites the entrepreneurial spirit in young minds through the development of business plans, the study of market needs, and the experience of real-world applications. Help us foster the next generation of innovators. Learn how you can support or get involved in Junior Achievement's entrepreneurship programs at wisconsin.ja.org. Junior Achievement, inspiring, preparing, succeeding.
When your child has an asthma attack, it's terrifying. You grab the inhaler as fast as you can. My son Khalil, he can't live without his inhaler, but they're expensive. The big drug companies charge families like ours $600 a month. And you know what they actually cost to make? $5. Just $5. That's why Senator Tammy Baldwin launched an investigation to crack down on those companies. And you know what? Tammy Baldwin got 3 of the biggest drug companies to lower the price of inhalers to no more than $35 a month. Tammy Baldwin, that's big savings for my family and for a lot of families. We're breathing a lot easier. There are politicians who do a lot of talking, But Tammy Baldwin, she delivers.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I'm running for Senate, and I approve this message. I don't work for the drug companies. I work for you. Paid for by Tammy Baldwin for Senate.
Join our team. Milwaukee Public Schools will be hosting an in-person recruitment fair at our district office located at 5225 West Village Street. We are hiring teachers, paraprofessionals, children health assistants, building service helpers, and food service assistants. Our recruitment fair will be held on Wednesday, August 14, 2024, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And if you're not able to attend, no worries. Visit our website to apply at mpsmke.com/careers.
Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cogg's Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
Truth Nation joined the United Negro College Fund as they host their 40th annual Milwaukee Walk for Education at Veterans Park on Saturday, August 10th. The event raises funds to support scholarships for students at historically black colleges and universities across the country, and 2024 marked the 80th anniversary where they have raised over $5 billion and supported over 500,000 students. Join the UNCF Walk for Education on Saturday, August 10th at Veterans Park starting at 8 a.m. by visiting uncf.org/events to register today.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
.808 day. This is where it all started. This is the birth. Minnie Rippleton.
Things I say and do.
Minnie Rippleton holds a special place in my heart. It was put on to me. Someone put me onto it. I had never heard her before, and they put me onto it, and it was just like, yeah.
And her daughter, for my Saturday Night Live fans, Maya Rudolph is her daughter.
People don't know that.
Now this is the original sample to Check the Rhyme and Candy Rain.
Yeah, if you into music and you go back and you check out samples and see where people got it from,
the DNA.
It's amazing to see what producers and stuff do to grab that 3 seconds or that 4 seconds and make a whole
that's why I love hip hop
song out of it and chop it up and do whatever they do to it. You know,
that's why I love when the musician said hip hop ain't music.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that because we have to be on air for another 3 hours. You and I, Dr. B, talking about samples and hip hop. We want to thank everybody that called in today. We want to thank everybody that was on the talk to text line. All the people that mentioned something on there. We didn't read it because we was focused on what we was doing. But we had a great discussion, and discussions like these are what needs to happen in the black community, where we can discuss freely and discuss everything, even our black leaders.
We can disagree without being disagreeable.
We can disagree, and at the end of the day, we still shake hands because Doc B is my brother, and I'm his. And that's the way it works. And y'all my family, you know?
Thank you for tuning in to the Tory Lowe Show from 1 to 4. They out on assignment. Damon LZ, Doc B. We did it. Benjamin was in the house as well. Coming up next, Dr. Ken. I think Jason Fields is filling in, if I'm correct, but we'll find out. I can't wait to see. All right, putting the binoculars on. Doc B. LZ, we out. DocBMKE.com. Go check me out. I'll be at Fremo's tonight. I'll see y'all.
We out, peace.
Stand up, LUP the man, cause the brand that the fans trust. So even if